This is Guardian Radio, your station for up-to-the-minute news, intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversation. 96.9 FM. The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the position of the management and staff of Guardian Network.
Good morning. The Prime Minister facing pushback from the Christian Council on new restrictions. Christian Council saying the state can dictate to the church. 133 new cases reported of COVID-19, 2 more deaths as well. And the new rule on campaigning will change the way we do politics in the country, so says the opposition. We'll have more on that. It's all straight ahead this morning. I'm Dwight Strachan, and this is Morning Blend.
Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day. It's the start of a new way. You know that it's there. It's the start of the end of the old way. Revolution. Wake up.
Good morning again, Bahamas. It is Tuesday, July 27th, 2021. This is Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. Again, I'm Dwight Strachan. In a moment, Don Sargent will be joining us. Also this morning, we're going to talk with BTVI about the Alumni Awards nominations process. And then later in Morning Blend Business, Comfort Suites, Paradise Island celebrating its 30th anniversary. We're going to be talking about that. And we've got a lot of amazing giveaways. We're going to be doing some trivia this morning. You won't believe these prizes that you could win. So stay tuned for that coming up this morning. It's all straight ahead, but first, it's time for the overnight, the latest breaking news from while we're sleeping, and the top national and international headlines this morning. In the overnight, the Ministry of Health confirming that 133 people tested positive for COVID-19 on July 25th and confirmed that 2 more people died from the virus. In total, 14,252 cases of COVID have been reported since last year. 284 people have died now of the virus. The latest deaths, both of which occurred in New Providence, are a 26-year-old man who died on July 14th and a 73-year-old man who died on July 19th. Of the new cases, 90 were reported on New Providence, 23 on Grand Bahama, 7 in Eleuthera, 6 in Exuma, 3 on Andros, 1 in Abaco, 1 in Bimini and Cat Key, and 1 on Long Island. 1 case is of a pending location. 92 people are in hospital, with 10 people in the intensive care unit. There are 1,578 active cases of COVID in the country, with 12,298 recovered cases. Bahamas Christian Council President Bishop Delton Fernandez says the state cannot dictate to the church and the religious groupings. The religious grouping intends to engage with the government to have the 1-hour restriction imposed on religious services removed. Fernandez saying Quote, I thought we dealt with this the last time the orders came out. The state cannot dictate to the church, so we will engage again. What was done the first time was that portion was taken out. Here we go again. It's added in again. So we will have conversations to see how we can correct this. And we've done as we've done in the past. Asked what the rationale could be for the restriction, Fernandez saying, it cannot be a rationale if it's only for the church. On Friday, after days of rising COVID-19 cases, hospitalizations, and deaths, Health Minister Renard Wells announced several new restrictions in an effort to combat the surge. Under the new emergency order, which took effect yesterday, religious services are to be limited to 1 hour, and attendance is confined to 33% of the facility's capacity. With new restrictions in place, which require that anyone campaigning is fully vaccinated against COVID-19, of 32 candidates from the two major political parties vying for seats in the next election, 27 who spoke to the National Guardian yesterday say they are fully vaccinated. 2 candidates said they aren't vaccinated. Only 1 candidate said he's partially vaccinated, and 2 declined to comment. Among a number of measures announced on Friday to help slow the spread of COVID, for the first time, they implemented restrictions for political campaign workers who were required to be fully vaccinated and may only campaign in groups of 5. Some FNM and PLP candidates say that while they are vaccinated, some of their team members are not. The late-night announcement by the government Sunday that summer camps on New Providence and Grand Bahama are prohibited, catching many camp organizers by surprise, leaving them scrambling as well. They're talking to the National Guardian today, saying that more time and more notice should have been given to these operations. U.S. Embassy Public Affairs Officer Daniel Durazo saying that construction of the new U.S. Embassy on Shirley Street has been temporarily halted after 1 or more suspected COVID cases were discovered among private contractors at the site. He says that out of an abundance of caution, work at the construction site has been temporarily suspended, but the main embassy building on Queen Street remains unaffected. And a man who was shot by police on Abaco on July 19th has been charged. 35-year-old Emmanuel Jean of Dundastown pleaded not guilty to charges of assault with a dangerous instrument at his arraignment before Magistrate Algernon Allen Jr. Prosecutors allege that Jean assaulted 2 police officers with a gray Chevy Cobalt while on the Ernest Dean Highway. According to the initial police reports, Jean allegedly tried to evade a police traffic checkpoint, which resulted in a pursuit. He then allegedly ran from his car, and the officers opened fire and shot him in his buttocks after they allegedly saw him reach for an object. He was airlifted to New Providence for medical care and was brought before magistrate on the island after his release from hospital. However, Jean's trial will be held before Magistrate Ancella Evans in Abaco. He was granted $5,000 bail, and his next court appearance is September 10th. Overseas, Human Rights Watch today accusing the Israeli military of carrying out attacks that, quote, apparently amount to war crimes. This during an 11-day war against the Hamas military group back in May. The International Human Rights Organization issuing its conclusions after investigating 3 Israeli airstrikes that it said killed 62 Palestinian civilians. It said there were no evident military targets in the vicinity of the attacks. The report also accused Palestinian militants of apparent war crimes by launching over 4,000 unguided rockets and mortars at Israeli population centers. Such attacks, it says, violate the prohibition against deliberate or indiscriminate attacks against civilians. However, the report focused on Israeli actions during the fighting, and the report said it would issue a separate report on the actions of Hamas and other Palestinian militant groups next month. And the European Union's chief executive says the 27-nation bloc has achieved its goal of providing at least 1 coronavirus vaccine shot to 70% of all adults. But she's urging people to protect themselves against the fast-spreading Delta variant. The EU, home to around 450 million people, widely criticized for the slow pace of its vaccine rollout earlier this year. But its executive branch, the European Commission, says that 57% of adults are now fully vaccinated against COVID-19. Commission President Ursula von der Leyen saying today that these figures put Europe among the world leaders when it comes to vaccination rates. Von der Leyen also saying that the catch-up process has been very successful, but she warned against complacency given the well-established presence in Europe of the Delta variant. In sports, less than a week before the start of the athletics portion of the Tokyo Olympic Games, the jury is still out on whether or not Bahamian Shani Miller will run just the 200 meters, defend her Olympic title in the 400 meters, or contest both. She's entered for both events at the Olympics in Tokyo, but a final decision on what event she will run or whether or not she'll contest both likely won't come until the scratch meeting this week. The same is the case for Bahamian world champion in the men's 400 meters, Stephen Gardner. As for Miller, she said all season long that she would concentrate on the 200 meters, seeing that she already has an Olympic title in the longer race. The two events clash in the middle of the track portion of the Games, with the heats of the women's 400 meters and the final of the women's 200 meters on the same day. You can read more about this in today's Guardian Sports section. And for more on our Olympic coverage, take a listen to this report from our Sheldon Longley in Tokyo.
Good day, Bahamas. This is Sheldon Longley coming to you live from the site of the 32nd Olympiad here in Tokyo, Japan. And one Bahamian we had in competition yesterday. That was Joanna Evans swimming in the heats of the women's 200-meter free. She was 7th in the heat and finished 18th overall in a time of 158.40, just missing out on a national record time of 158.03, and also just missing out on a spot in the semifinals. The final cutoff time for the semifinals was 158.33, so she missed it by about 7/100ths of a second. She was very disappointed when she came through the mixed zone yesterday. She really wanted to go there and make a semifinal appearance for the Bahamas, which would have been her first semifinal appearance at the Olympics. But it was an improvement from what she did 5 years ago in Rio. In this same event, she swam 2:01.27 in Rio at the Rio de Janeiro Olympics 5 years ago. And this time around, she swam 158.40, so it was a huge improvement in that respect, but just short of making a spot in the semifinals. So her Olympics is over. She finished 13th overall in the 400-meter free on Sunday, 407.50, and then came back in the women's 200-meter free on Monday and was 18th overall in 158.40. Just one more swimmer to see action for the Bahamas, and that will be Isaac Bastien in the heats of the men's 200-meter breast today. That will come your way at 7:35 p.m. here in Tokyo, which will be 6:35 a.m. in the morning, Tuesday morning in the Bahamas. After that, it will be on to athletics. The athletics competition gets underway on Friday. So Thursday will be an off day for the Bahamas, but Friday things will pick up. First up for the Bahamas will be Donald Thomas and Jamal Wilson in the qualifying rounds of the men's high jump. And then after that will be Tania Gaither in the opening round heats of the women's 100 meters. And then coming your way on Saturday here in Tokyo, which will be Friday night back in the Bahamas, will be Padria Seymour and Devon Charlton in the opening round heats of the women's 100-meter hurdles. So once again, the Olympics are over for Joanna. She finished 13th overall in the women's 400-meter free at 4:07.50 and was 18th overall in the women's 200-meter free in 158.40. This is Sheldon Longley reporting live from the site of the 32nd Olympic Games here in Tokyo, Japan.
And we'll have reports from our Sheldon Longley throughout the Olympics as he is again there in Tokyo. But that's sports, and that's the overnight. Time for your first look at weather. And in your first look at weather for this morning, we've got weak mid to upper level troughing along with streaming moisture that will continue to support shower activity over the islands. Meanwhile, high pressure ridging generates gentle to moderate winds. Mariners should continue to be alert for possible waterspout activity. And everybody's being urged again to remain hydrated due to high daytime heat indices. Beachgoers in the southeast Bahamas should exercise caution along east and south coast beaches. For today, for the northwest and central Bahamas, we're looking at partly sunny, hot, and humid conditions with a few isolated showers and the chance of an isolated thunderstorm, becoming fair and warm with the chance of passing showers at night. Winds south-southeast to south-southwest at 10 to 15 knots, seas 2 to 4 feet. For the southeast Bahamas, partly sunny, hot, and hazy, a bit breezy with the chance of a few isolated showers or thunderstorms, becoming fair and breezy at night. A small craft caution is in effect. Winds east to southeast at 15 to 20 knots, seas 4 to 6 feet. Temperature-wise, right now, it's about 81 degrees in Nassau, 80 in Freeport. Look for highs getting up to around 91 Fahrenheit, 33 Celsius. Overnight lows tonight getting down to about 75 Fahrenheit, 24 Celsius. That's your first look at weather this morning. We'll have your extended outlook and a look at the tropics coming up after traffic in just a bit. You're listening to Morning Blend. When we come back, we're discussing the day's top stories right here on your home for fresh news and smart talk all day. Guardian Radio 96.9.
Technology serves to make our lives better, so why not your business too? At Custom Computers, we've been maintaining our knowledge and relationships with top tech companies since 1987 and carry only the most trusted brands like Apple, Microsoft, HP, and more. No company has helped more businesses build reliable IT systems than Custom Computers. You name it, we've done it. Call 396-1101 to talk to any of our business experts. Find trust in your tech. Count on Custom Computers.
It's so summer with Esso, and that's why we're giving away thousands of dollars in fuel, food, and other fun prizes every week. Simply fuel up at $25 or more. Enter using your receipt, and you could be a winner this summer with Esso. Terms and conditions apply. Visit bettergasmileage.com/It's So Summer or our Facebook page for details. Promotion ends August 29th, 2021. It's fun! Food, fuel, and other great prizes every week. The Esso brand is a trademark of ExxonMobil Corporation and is used under license.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day. It's the start of the new way. You know that it's the start of the end of the old way. Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day.
Welcome back to Morning Blend here on Guardian Radio 96.9. We are streaming live on GuardianTalkRadio.com and on the Guardian Radio app for smart devices. We're also on your televisions on Cable Bahamas Channel 969 and BTC Flow Channel 612. Once again, I'm Dwight Strachan. Joining me now, Don Sargent. Good morning, Don.
Morning, Dwight.
Hope you're doing well.
Yeah, still alive. That's great. Can't complain.
That's always a good thing. Great to be with us as always, and we have a lot to talk about this morning, a lot to get to in the news, and you can join the conversation as well. We'll give you the phone numbers to call in just a bit. You can also Tweet us, follow us on Twitter at MorningBlend969 or Facebook, facebook.com/MorningBlend969. Email us, morningblend@nasguard.com, or you can text us on the Guardian Radio text line powered by BTC, 422-GR96, 422-4796. Standard text rates apply. Coming up this morning, more weather and traffic. And in our 8 o'clock hour, we're going to be talking with folks from BTVI. They have their alumni awards coming up. They're going to tell us about the nomination process this morning. And then later, we are going to be talking with folks from Comfort Suites, Paradise Island. They're celebrating their 30th anniversary. We're talking with them in Morning Blend Business. And they've got something special in store for us and for you, our listeners. Some amazing prizes they're going to be giving away this morning. I don't want to let the cat out the bag, but somebody's going to be staying over at Comfort Suites if you answer the trivia questions. So stay tuned for that. That's coming up in Morning Blend Business this morning. So a lot to get to, but let's begin with what's in the news. And in the news, just a lot to talk about. So many stories in the Nassau Guardian today. We've got the Christian Council. They aren't happy with the restrictions that have been put in place for churches. We're going to talk about that. We've got summer camp operators and other businesses who are upset about the restrictions and the changes. Summer camps saying that they needed more notice. Some were set to start yesterday and only found out over the weekend. Can you imagine that? And parents scrambling as well. The rules with politics and campaigning, that's ruffled some feathers as well. And we have a story with Dr. Dwayne Sands, a former health minister, saying that requiring health workers to be vaccinated would be, quote, an unethical stretch. We'll get into that in a bit as well. But I just want to frame this by giving you the latest dashboard numbers, and you might have heard this already, but the Ministry of Health saying yesterday that 133 people tested positive for COVID-19 on July 25th. So we don't have the numbers for yesterday's yet. They'll be coming out today, I'm sure. They're also confirming, the Ministry of Health, that 2 more people died from the virus. 284 people have died since the start of the pandemic here in the country. We've had 14,252 cases of COVID since last year. The latest deaths, both of which occurred in New Providence, are of a 26-year-old man, 26 only. He died on July 14th, and a 73-year-old man who died on July 19th. Of the new cases, 90 were here in New Providence. 23 in Grand Bahama, 7 in Eleuthera, 6 Exuma, 3 Andros, 1 Abaco, 1 Bimini and Cat Key, and 1 on Long Island. 1 case is of a pending location. 92 people are in the hospital. 10 people are in the intensive care unit. We've got 1,578 active cases and 12,298 recoveries. All right, so that's just painting the picture of what we're dealing with there. All right, so let's begin with what the Christian Council is saying. As you know, the restrictions are in place. I think the services have to be only an hour, and each facility can only be at 33% capacity. Our Travis Cartwright Carroll writing about it in today's Nassau Guardian. Christian Council President Bishop Delton Fernandez says that the state cannot dictate to the church, and the religious grouping intends to engage with the government to have the 1-hour restriction imposed on religious services removed. Fernandez says, quote, I thought we dealt with this the last time the orders came out, so we will have to deal with it again. The state cannot dictate to the church, so we will engage again. What was done the first time was that portion was taken out. Here we go again. It's added in again. So we will have this conversation. We'll have conversations to see how we can correct this as we've done in the past. Asked what the rationale could be for the restriction, Fernandez says, quote, it cannot be any rationale if it's only for the church. If there is some kind of medical rationale, it must be so that I can't spend an hour in the bank. I can't spend an hour in the food store. I can't spend an hour in my workplace. But a place of worship is the only place COVID lives for an hour? I think it has always been seen as something that is a stretch towards the church. So we're going to have that conversation again. All right, some interesting points he's making there. What say you on that? Give us a call, 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259. Tweet us, Facebook us, text us, 422-4796. Of course, there are other restrictions. Funeral and cremation services no longer permitted indoors. Funerals are now confined to gravesides only, and repasts are prohibited. A maximum of 30 people are allowed at funerals and weddings. Indoor weddings are still permitted. The measures affect residents in New Providence and Grand Bahama. And we talked about this yesterday. If you can have an outdoor wedding reception with only 30 people, is what's the difference with a repast with 30 people outdoors? Still don't have an answer to that. Fernando says, though, quote, we are back to the place where something needs to be done. Obviously, there will be challenges with the community of those who lost loved ones and are laying them to rest, that we can now have 30 persons around the graveyard, but we cannot have memorials, funerals, and the like to say our final goodbyes. No matter what you do, this is going to be challenging for families for that to happen. And other pastors have come out about this as well, condemning the time limits. And some have been as bold as to say that they're not going to abide by it. What say you, Dawn, on all of this? Do they have a point, or do people need to realize that, we are reporting deaths almost every day, and younger people as well, and things are possibly as serious now as they've ever been?
We'll see what happens in terms of them engaging the government in dialogue again. I don't know if this is a situation of oversight in terms of they already had something drafted up from last time and they're like, let's make a few changes to this and then send this out, or make this, the new procedures and protocols, and then that got left in. And we do know in the past mistakes have been made and things have been amended a day or two after announcements have been made. So this may be the case here. As for my opinion on the matter, it's like, I feel like this isn't our first rodeo with this, so anything is possible. I can't even speculate because I have no idea. We don't know if this was, like I said, an oversight error, a clerical error, or if it just was intended to be, this is how it's supposed to be. But,
All right, let's go to the phone lines. Good morning, caller, you're on the air.
Good morning, Blend. I trust you are familiar with a condition that happens in church when some Holy Spirit takes over of your body. Mm-hmm. And I think what the covenant authority is trying to prevent is, when the Spirit takes over, you may accidentally begin to take the mask off. You feel you're so safe in the comfort in the arms of Jesus, and you just might end up there. So I think he's preventing that from happening, because I experienced when my mom used to have the Spirit. She used to knock me in my face and didn't realize, stomp me on my foot and didn't realize it. So it is an uncontrollable event.
Wow.
So I got personal experience with that. So I'm with the competent authority on that. Thanks much.
Okay. Thank you very much. This text here, well, let's see, what do they say? Can you please explain a graveside cremation? Hey, it says funeral and cremation services no longer permitted indoors. So, that happens. You take the urn out there outside, no? Yeah. You don't cremate the person outdoors. That's what they're talking about, right? No? Okay. Yeah. 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259. Tweet us, Facebook us, text us. All right. So that's what the church is saying. Now, politicians and others are also having issues with this. The National Guard did a great story here, speaking to candidates to see how they feel about the restrictions, about the number of vaccinated people, the fact that people have to be vaccinated if they're going to be campaigning, and talking to candidates to see whether they are fully vaccinated. Speaking to 32 candidates from the two major political parties, 27 said they're fully vaccinated. 2 said they aren't vaccinated, and 1 candidate says he's partially vaccinated. 2 declined to comment for some reason. Among a number of measures, as you know, announced on Friday to help slow the spread of COVID, the government for the first time implemented restrictions for political campaign workers who are required to be fully vaccinated and may only campaign in groups of 5. And some of these politicians are saying that while they may be vaccinated, some of their team members are not. Some admitted that the new restrictions create a challenge for campaigning efforts, but said adjustments will be made. Dr. Dwight, former health minister and the FNM's candidate for Elizabeth, who's fully vaccinated, says his team is a mixed bag. You can read more in today's NASA Guardian about what these other candidates are saying. The PLP's Deputy Leader Chester Cooper talking about all of this and some of the other announcements we've heard so far ahead of the Prime Minister's national address tomorrow. Take a listen to what he told our Kyle Joaquin.
Campaign ministers now on the trail. Forget running the country. Forget being prime minister. Forget being a physician. What he is now looking to do is try to win an election.
Cooper says that's really what it looks like, as he feels a number of the restrictions do not make sense.
Everything you see now, you have to remember that this is silly season. This is election time. And I think at this stage, the Bahamian people trust very little of what he says.
Among the restrictions, no indoor funeral services with a maximum of 30 people. However, indoor weddings and church services can still take place.
Seems to be a bit out of whack. People have lost loved ones, especially during this period. And it's the Bahamian way of putting down loved ones very decently and in order. We understand the COVID guidelines, but when we look at the misalignment, we wonder whether there's rational thought.
Then there are some restrictions like no sporting activities, which Cooper says threw a wrench in plans he had for children in his constituency.
I have to look at whether I cancel my basketball camp in Exuma because the orders prohibit sporting activities. So what this is going to do during a time when young boys are out of school is really going to keep them on the street rather than as a part of wholesome activities.
People on the campaign trail also now required to be vaccinated and only travel in groups. Cooper says while the PLP supports vaccinations, he wonders how that's going to work and whether that move is even legal.
So how do you say to a canvasser that you cannot canvass unless you're vaccinated? Or how do you say to a candidate that you cannot canvass unless you are vaccinated? There has to be something legally and constitutionally wrong with that.
Reporting for the Guardian News Network, I'm Kyle Joaquin.
All right. A lot of things he said in that report. Let's get your views on it. And he mentioned the camps. There's an article in today's NASA Guardian about that as well. The camp operators saying that they should have been given more time and that this wasn't fair. I heard some stories. People prepared to send the kiddos to Camp Monday, and all of a sudden, over the weekend, they hear this, and what are they to do now? What do they do now? All right, the phone lines are lit up. Let's hear what you have to say. Good morning, caller. You're on the air.
Early days is dark in the voice along with you and Don Dwight.
Hi, good morning.
I want to say, right? On yesterday when you was talking to BPL, right?
Yes.
Mr. Moss came on when he talked about animal cost, the problem with the electricity, right? You remember him saying that?
Oh, I can't forget it.
Okay, and then he ran on to talk about birds. Now you see, and you didn't correct him. You see, children are listening.
What am I to correct?
Say it again.
What was there for me to correct?
Birds are different from animals.
Okay.
Birds are a creature. Animal has 4 legs.
I don't think that's
Say it again?
Well, that's your bigger...
Say it again? We have children
Oh, my
listening to
God.
this.
Okay. Lord, help me. Jesus. Please. The bigger problem is that birds cause the power outage. Okay? So that's scarier. We're off for hours. 3+ hours. Classification, save it for science class. Dear. Okay. Caller, good morning. You're on the air.
Good morning. How you doing?
Doing well.
Okay, Mr. Stone and Mr. Hannah.
No, Don Sargent.
Oh, no, sorry, Mr. Sergeant. Yes, what I would really like to know is that Mr. Minnis blaming all of the Bahamians them for carrying around this sickness, COVID-19, and putting us as a responsibility that we affecting each other with this stuff. But the little they know, or he know for some reason, but he playing like he doesn't know, all of the tourists them come in this country, half of America has been vaccinated, and they already stated, even although you're vaccinated, you still could catch it, and you still could spread it. These people coming here in this country, moving around, and doing what they please, whereas for some reason they, to some extent, they bring in some money in the country, but at the same time, these people the government actually looking at money more important than people's health. Now, another part is that everything Minnis touch, it become destroyed. When back in the day that the Bahamas only had a few COVID people, you understand? He opened up the borders. The Bahamians them travel, yes, they travel, they go on, come back, bring it, spread it. Now he locked down the country again, put it in a state whereas things start to escalate again and things becoming nice. What he do? He opened up the border again, allowed Americans them to come in here, and same thing happening again. Everything this man touched, he destroyed. And now he playing with the religious part of it. He trying to destroy God's word and God messages. He trying to think and act as if God don't have no power to protect his children. You understand? And
no, I don't
he's
actually.
doing these things and it's wrong.
So what would you have preferred? What would you have preferred to have seen?
Well, like I say, I prefer, you understand, if he going to put the country in a state whereas that he want to protect the Bahamian people, you understand, test them people when they come here like they say that what they was going to do. They stop doing it. Test the people to make sure the people them entered the country and they don't have no COVID. And then the people here in the Bahamas, the Bahamians, you understand, put them in the position whereas that they cannot go around spreading this thing also. You understand? But he just looking at money. That's all it is. He looking at money. And my professional opinion is that Minnis don't care about the Bahamian people because why? Just like those Americans them who run after money and sell their soul.
Do you remember the conversations in the country towards the end of the year when everything was shut down and how people were desperate to go back to work and make money to feed their families and pay their bills? Do you remember that?
Yes, I remember that quite
So
clearly.
he's not the only one, if that is the case. It's everybody is concerned.
I understand that. See, but when it all boiled down, things was then already to a point in this Bahamas, cool and collected.
Well,
the Bahamian people
not too sure
was
about that.
already, you understand, to a point that was okay. So they could have go back to work, you understand, and everything was okay. But the whole idea is when you open up the country to new strains and they come in and mix and mingle with us, it escalated again. So, but the point is, he blaming the Bahamian people. Now, I wouldn't say all are right because you have some Bahamian people, they love to travel and they love to go in the States where they know this problem is. And they just go shop and go buy this, go buy that. And then when they come back, they bring this stuff to their family and they traveling all over the place. You understand? I agree. They're wrong for that. And let it all boil on some Bahamian people, I ain't gonna lie, they are extremely stupid.
Okay. All right, caller. Thank you very much. People also need to get vaccinated. That's been shown to be effective in many ways as well, right?
Oh no, but we don't do the vaccines in this country, Dwight. It's not the Bahamian way.
Wow. Here, before we get to that call, here's some messages. I don't know if you tried to do something here. I see what Don tried to do there, but this was intentional. They corrected the indoor dining thing between Wells' speech and the written order. But I guess they're saying they didn't correct anything with the church and the hour order. Okay. But there you go. This one says, it's remarks like that that Cooper made that will cause some people to disobey the COVID protocols. Why can't we leave politics out of the COVID fight? This one here, I hope that people are watching what's going on with these churches because this is how the virus is surging and people are dying. They are more worried about numbers at church than people's health. But hey, didn't the churches in some countries act like that? And look how bad it turned out. This text here, wait, birds aren't animals? Hey, let's not even go there, right? Okay, this one here, the bottom line. Did you hear that yesterday, Don, about the power? Did you have a power outage on Sunday? You
Yes.
were, yeah.
Yes.
You heard the interview with BPL yesterday? They told us that there was an issue. And we're like, what, huh? Animals and birds hit something, yeah. But it shouldn't have happened like that. It shouldn't have caused a widespread.
Yeah,
outage.
everything's not supposed to happen here. But,
So
they're
they're
this is the
investigating.
Bahamas. Everything happens.
Well, this one here, the bottom line is when the government opens the border, COVID-19 cases go up. You don't need any GCEs to figure that out. Oh, this person's of a much older group there, GCEs. Their messaging and their data management of failures. They took this stance of authoritarian parents treating us like children who can't behave. If they'd approached the public with a sensible education campaign, things may have been different. You think so? Appeal to people's sense of community instead of berating us. But who knows? They may have lost credibility to even accomplish that. No one trusts anything Wells or Minnis says. We know they don't value us. Oh, dear. This tweet here, that's not what the church is saying. That's what the Christian Council is saying. The Christian Council does not enjoy the support of the majority of congregations in the country. Okay. And another text, when you're in the bank, food store, you're not talking, but in church, you're singing out loud. Therefore, the likelihood of spreading the virus is greater.
Well, the difference also is that for the bank, you spend most of your time outside the bank because the lines are usually long and only so many people can be in the bank at the same time getting served. And you can't get it unless a certain amount of people get out. Now, again, I'm not really taking up a position on the church issue. But I'm just saying, I don't know the reasoning behind it necessarily because they said this has happened before. So we'll see when they have this conversation with the government.
All right, let's take this call. Good morning, caller. You're on the air.
Morning, Dwight.
Hi, good morning.
Yeah, the stupidest things, I mean, when it comes to the fella calling Bayman stupid, right? The stupidest things Bayman continue to do, in my view, is support the PLP and the FNM. Now, moving on, right, to the topic of today, right? The vaccination, Dwight, right? The Prime Minister, they need to stop blaming the Bahamian people when they can't figure out what next to do, right? And that is going to tell on them at the end of the day. At least the end of the day is poll day, right? That is going to tell on them because you can't keep blaming me, allowing me to go and then blaming me for coming back, right? You just can't be doing that. If you want to really put a hold on stopping this COVID-19, right? Then you have to do something about it. But you just can't want your cake and eat it too. You can't want to have the hotels and everything open up, acting normal, and then we on the outside we chain down and can't move. That can't be. That just don't add up, right? And the prime minister does continue with run. No, what I wanted to say is this: you see how the prime minister was brought in the COVID-19 situation into the politics, right? Saying that you have to be vaccinated now, the co-campaign, right? That only can grow. Because if you could come to that level, then there's another level to go to, and another level to go to, right? Then you can't participate inside when it's time to the persons will have to be inside the polling place when election. If you're not vaccinated, you can't be there. And then the next step can be, if you're not vaccinated, you can't be on this line to vote. And as crazy as these things may sound, French just told the citizens they can't eat or shop come August the 1st if they are not fully vaccinated. So, following up these things, there's no way, there's no way this gentleman is not going to implement these things because he knows he can't win the election, right? Right out. He knows that. So what do you have to do? He have to try to see if he could get as much people off guard and disoriented, so that when he called this election, and I hope it'll be tomorrow, when he calls this election, and with the fear mongering of this COVID, while it is real, they could do a better job in contact tracing, because where's the evidence that suggests that people are getting sick in the churches, inside the massage parlors and everywhere else? Where is the contract tracing? You go inside we go in these food stores, right? And you see hundreds of people sometimes. When it first started off, you had to stand to the door, but that ain't the case now. So that means only some people are and if you're not up on that scale of what we call elites, then that means your business is closed. That's what he is showing us, because most elites' business are open. They got to do better. Please call election. Please ring the bell, sir.
Okay.
You'll have a nice day.
Thanks a lot. Let's take this one, then we'll get to your messages. Good morning, caller. You're on Morning Blend.
Good morning, Dwight and Dawn. How y'all this morning?
Doing well. Good morning.
Good. Listen, I heard you say something about summer camps being shut down.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Now, what about nursery schools? You see, because I have a grandson who goes to a nursery school, right? And the children ain't wearing no masks, and I'm concerned. You think they should remain open?
That's a really tricky question. That is a very tricky question. I don't know. I don't know what to say.
I drop him to school, and there's so many children in the room and affected, and these new variants are affecting children's health as well. So I'm afraid for the young people, children.
Yeah, that's scary. I think you need to talk to a medical professional. It is very, very disturbing. I can understand your concern. Thank you so much. Wow. Boy, oh boy. So yeah, the camps are concerned. Businesses are concerned. We talked about it yesterday. The spas that weren't attached to hotels weren't supposed to be open. Weren't allowed to be open since March of last year, and that's continued all these months. Many have wondered why the hotel spas can remain open, but not the other ones. For more on how businesses feel about the new restrictions, take a listen to this report from our Berthany McDermott.
Spa owners on New Providence are citing restrictions as unfair and discriminatory. As COVID-19 cases soar, Health Minister Renwood Wells announced on Friday that spas will not be permitted to operate, including for massages, waxing, threading, and facials. Owners say they were baffled by the announcement and question if there was data to prove spas contributed to the latest wave of COVID-19 infections.
Now, personally, I think it's a slap in the face. Because we have been operating with the highest standards of safety. We have done everything, even beyond what they require of us.
Done so much to keep things going. Last year, we were closed for a complete 4 months. And then when we had the weekend curfew, that affected us. I mean, it's just endless.
The restrictions took effect today. Skin Solutions Day Spa and Salon owner Natilla Saunders said the short notice isn't good for business as the industry is still trying to rebound.
The core of my business is skincare. And so, because I can't, as a local spa operator, cannot offer facials, that's going to have a serious impact on my...
The hotels on New Providence and Grand Bahama were not impacted by the latest rounds of restrictions, leaving business owners questioning what message the government is sending.
Locals can take a PCR test, go to the hotels, and have facials and massages done. So my question is, what separates us as local spa operators from the hotel?
I don't think that spas should be allowed to operate in the hotel, and local spas are to be closed. If you say that I am going to be closed or I should be closed, then what you're saying to the public is that spas are infectious.
Reporting for the Guardian News Network, I'm Berthany McDermott.
This has been a challenge from day one, the different rules for different types of people, it seems. All right. Well, the same thing that Bishop Fernandez is saying. If you're going to be an hour at a certain place, and that's fine, what is the difference with the church? Why this spa but not that one? We could talk about all kinds of things like the spirit or whatever, but still, you're going to be in the same place. And what evidence do you have to say that this is different? I'm not saying that there isn't, just make it clear to everybody, and that we've been having this challenge from day one. We still are here all these months later. Why is that? Let's hear what you have to say. 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259. Tweet us, Facebook us, text us, 422-4796. Let's go back to the phone lines. Good morning, caller. You're on the air.
Good morning, Dwight. Good morning, Don.
Hi, good morning.
The governor's getting the results that they wanted. Testing is being ramped up, but they haven't gone far enough in the testing in that you should be able to walk to any healthcare facility and get a free test with under the expense of the government. Because if you're serious about stopping the spread, then people should know their status, right? But obviously, it's not about healthcare; it's about economics. And that's the reason why they're open and they can still enjoy all the amenities that they have, and locals are being shut down. When locals are shut down, people are forced to go into the hotel. So it's all about making sure that those entities receive money. But if the government was really serious about healthcare in this country, they would test every tourist that comes in. So not really test them, but ensure that those tourists have a test, a negative test before they come in. Because like the science says, even if you are vaccinated, you still can get COVID-19. You still can transmit COVID-19 to other people. So what makes the government think that these tourists are somehow immune from even transmitting COVID to Bahamians?
I think they're aware. As you say, the money is very important, the almighty dollar.
Well, see, the thing is, this is where information comes in. If you're not telling Bahamians problem, then what are you trying to say? Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, if the government doesn't stop treating Bahamians like they're stupid, what outcome do they expect in the long term? That's what I'm trying to find out. Because obviously, Bahamians are in the dark about what their real plan is.
Yeah. Well, I think, I don't know, but I think they're thinking that with more people getting vaccinated who work at the hotels and the people who get tested every week, that is going to mitigate the fact that we've dropped the requirements for some people entering the country. But is that good enough? Do these numbers point to that being a very flawed way to approach this whole process?
Well, the way I look at it is, we're close to the end of this emergency orders, right? Now the testing is being ramped up, and we know some of the numbers are increasing.
Well,
are we really going to end this emergency order?
Right, exactly. At this rate.
So like I said, we can do what we want just by testing, and the government is not testing people. So how do they know exactly how far in these positive results are?
Yeah, yeah.
And contrary to popular belief, the government does not provide free testing. The only people who get free testing are those who were in contact with someone and they don't contact tracing. So you can't just walk up to a family
and barely those people. Barely those people.
And they have a poor job doing that too.
Yeah.
But thank you for listening.
Yeah. Now, people said it yesterday. I've heard that before. People say, hey, if you need the test to go to the States on a shopping trip, that shouldn't be free. But if you, as you said, caller, you have been named and part of a contact trace, yes. And if you feel that you have some symptoms, yes, absolutely. But free testing, it's been, again, another one of these things has been an issue from day one. And we aren't making any progress on this at all. Another call. Good morning, good morning, caller. You're on the air. Hi.
Good. The perceived intentions of the government is to exacerbate the tensions between the vaccinated and unvaccinated persons in the country. With these new restrictive orders, it would appear that our civil liberty is threatened under the guise of medical emergency to advance the economy. Is it all political chicanery? If so, we must engage our conscience and fight against unfair laws, even if civil disobedience is necessary. Like the law being an obligatory rule of conduct. Where have all our legal scholars gone? For they are as quiet like a lamb. Our country must protect itself against diseases, but our medical authorities should push back against political dominance. Our politicians are acting like used car salesmen in their attempt to push the vaccine, but a quid pro quo situation. It makes the populace blurry in making this otherwise protect health. Regarding our politicians, some of them and our church leaders, only a few adjectives without incivility I would like to describe them. It's like they are hypocritical activists, some of them. Deceptive do-gooders. They're complaining about the church and what government new orders are. But remember, when Christ was on earth, he told the followers that his kingdom is not of this earth. And render to Caesar things that are Caesar's. Have a good day.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Very interesting. Okay. We got a lot of messages. Want to get to those. Let's take that call before we take that break. Good morning, caller. You're on the air.
Hey.
Hi.
Hey, Dwight.
Good morning.
Yeah, like I tell you, it's confusing, man. I hear Palm yesterday. I didn't get a chance to call in to ask her because she said nothing is free, but it's so help me the word subsidizing and stuff like that. I don't understand, Dawn, they won't give us this vaccine free, like. I hear you don't take your vaccine, Dawn, but it's confusing for us out here. You won't give us the vaccine free, but testing what we need to be doing. You don't want to give that, you don't want to let us get that free or subsidize for that, but you're subsidizing the vaccine. It's crazy, man. It's making us feel like them conspiracy theories is right, and either they trying to kill us or whatsoever. We won't go to work. Pregnant women won't go and have their baby, but they don't have the money to pay for the COVID test. Somebody say money is more important. People is more important than money. Well, show us that then. Free testing, Dwight. That's the key.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. All right. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll get back to your messages and more of what's in the news on this Tuesday. It is Tuesday, right? Tuesday morning. Well, 96.9. We'll be back. Stay with us.
Sun in my face. Here I go singing, trying to find me a cool, dry place. Here I go dreaming.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.
This is AP News. I'm Rita Foley. Law enforcement officers who fought with rioters at the U.S. Capitol building on January 6th will tell their stories to Congress this morning as it begins its investigation into the insurrection. Here's our Julie Walker.
That's police officer Daniel Hodges screaming as he's crushed in a door trying to keep the mob out. Officers were also punched, trampled, and sprayed with chemical irritants. They were called racial slurs and threatened with their own weapons as the mob of then-President Trump's supporters tried to interrupt the election certification. Testifying will be officers Hodges, Harry Dunn, Aquilino Gonell, and Michael Fanone. The chairman of the House committee says this will let the public hear directly from those on the front lines and set the tone of the investigation. I'm Julie Walker.
Experts have been warning that the more contagious Delta variant of the coronavirus could cause a surge during the Olympic Games in Tokyo. This is reporting its highest number of daily new infections. Our Charles de Ledesma is overseas.
The Japanese capital counts 2,848 new COVID-19 cases, exceeding the earlier record of 2,520 cases from January 7. It brings Tokyo's total to more than 200,000 since the pandemic began last year. Tokyo's under its fourth state of emergency that will last through the Olympics and into the Paralympics next month.
Two stunners at the Olympic Games this morning. Alaska's 17-year-old swimmer Lydia Jacoby won the women's 100-meter breaststroke, knocking off defending champ and teammate Lily King. And tennis superstar Naomi Osaka got knocked out of the competition early, losing to the Czech Republic's Markéta Vondrousová. This is AP News. Moderna wants to expand its kids' vaccine study to better assess safety. Shelley Adler has this.
Moderna says it plans to expand the size of its COVID-19 vaccine study and younger side effects, like the type of heart inflammation recently flagged by U.S. health authorities. The company adds it's in talks with the FDA to enroll more study participants under age 12. While teens receive the same dose as adults, younger children may need smaller doses, so drug makers' research may take more time. Pfizer has the only U.S. vaccine authorized for children 12 years and up, while Moderna is expecting an FDA ruling on its application in the coming days. I'm Shelley Adler.
Has your doctor gotten a COVID shot? 96% of doctors have, according to the AMA, but only about 60% of nursing home staffers are vaccinated, compared with 80% of residents. I'm Rita Foley, AP News.
7:41 time, 7:42 now. Not time for your morning blend traffic alert brought to you by RBC Royal Bank. In your real-time traffic, we've got Smart Butler Highway northbound, just near Harold Pond, the closer you get to Tonic Williams Darling Highway in those northbound lanes there. Glasson Road also busy northbound, closer you get to JFK Drive. Elsewhere, Blue Hill Road, north of Soldier Road in the northbound lanes, you'll be seeing that heavy traffic there as you approach Independence Drive, and further south on Blue Hill Road, near Carmichael Road, you'll be seeing that congestion building there. Got some building traffic on Carmichael Road westbound toward Coral Harbor Road. Elsewhere, looking pretty good so far this morning. We'll have another real-time report for you just after the 8 o'clock news. That's your Morning Blend Traffic Alert brought to you by RBC Royal Bank, Banking Reimagined. And time for another check of your weather for today. We've got weak mid to upper level troughing along with streaming moisture that will continue to support shower activity over the islands. Meanwhile, high pressure ridging will generate gentle to moderate winds. Boaters should be alert for water spout activity, and beachgoers in the southeast Bahamas should exercise caution along east and south coast beaches. And everybody's being urged again to hydrate and limit outdoor activities as we're expecting another day of heat indices in the triple digits. For today, your forecast for the northwest and central Bahamas, partly sunny, hot, and isolated showers, and the chance of isolated thunderstorms, becoming fair and warm with the chance of passing showers at night. For the southeast Bahamas, partly sunny, hot, hazy, and a bit breezy with a chance of a few isolated showers or thunderstorms, becoming fair and breezy at night. High temperatures getting up to around 91 Fahrenheit, 33 Celsius. Overnight lows tonight getting down to 75 Fahrenheit, 24 Celsius. In your extended outlook, weak high pressure will remain across the islands while the surface trough is expected to move across the southeastern islands through Thursday. So for tomorrow, Wednesday, we're looking at partly sunny, hot, and humid conditions with a few isolated showers or thunderstorms, becoming fair and warm at night with a chance of showers. Thursday, partly sunny, hot, and humid with a few isolated showers or thunderstorms again, becoming fair and warm at night with a chance of showers. In the tropics, satellite imagery and radar data indicating that the weak low-pressure system that was earlier just off the southeastern United States coastline is now moving onshore, just north of the border between Georgia and Florida. Shower and thunderstorm activity associated with the low remains disorganized, and development of the system is unlikely as that low moves just inland over the Georgia coast tonight. The system has a low or 10% chance of tropical cyclone formation through the next 5 days. Elsewhere, the tropics are quiet. That's your Morning Blend weather check. We'll be back with more Morning Blend after these messages here on Guardian Radio 96.9.
Enjoy an elevated mobile experience with BTC, giving you
unlimited talk for the best conversations, unlimited data for all your online fun,
and unlimited roaming to stay connected while overseas.
For just $50 per line.
Unlock unlimited mobile talk, data, and roaming when you sign up for BTC Superfast Fiber Internet with speed starting at 100 megabits per second. Enjoy more. Sign up today. Visit any BTC store or btcbahamas.com. Conditions apply.
Switching your mortgage to CIBC First Caribbean is easy, affordable, and convenient. We'll help with your switching cost, give you 3 months payment free, and waive your commitment fees so you can enjoy the break you need. Plus, you'll get up to 95% financing and a pre-approved Visa Gold or Platinum credit card with 5,000 bonus reward points and more. Switch your home base to CIBC First Caribbean. Terms and conditions apply. Visit CIBCFCIB.com for more information.
Screws and Fasteners World, Balfour Avenue and Palm Beach Street, has those hard-to-find fasteners for you right now. You can find stainless steel regular hex, carriage bolts, galvanized bolts, threaded rods, nails, self-tap screws, sex bolts, anchor bolts, turnbuckles, masonry tools, hand tools, and weed whacker strings. Check out the rope selection and car body fasteners, too. Special orders are welcome. It's your #1 fastener store. Screws and Fasteners World, Balfour Avenue and Palm Beach Streets. Call 326-1976.
Travel less, but vacation more by indulging yourself and your family with the ultimate staycation getaway at Atlantis. Sleep in, relax, play, go out. Say yes to a fantastic staycation in your very own paradise just over the bridge. For reservations, call 363-6483 or visit Atlantis Local on Facebook for details.
RBC Royal Bank introduces our new Saturday banking services on Saturday, July 17th at Cable Beach, Carmichael, and Prince Charles, operating 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. New services will focus on helping clients with advice-oriented needs and getting them more comfortable with RBC digital banking. Cash will only be available through our ATMs and accepted for deposits via our ATMs or non-stop depository services. Center at 356-8500. Reimagine Saturday services with RBC.
There's only one way to have a better morning. How? Start your mornings the best way with our 2 for $6 breakfast sandwiches at Wendy's. For a limited time, choose any 2 of your favorite breakfast sandwiches, including the fresh Strachan sack muffin, honey buttermilk chicken biscuit, double sausage muffin, or the sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit. Wash it all down with our cold brew shake or coffee. Better mornings always start at Wendy's. Wendy's, different inside and out. Excludes airport locations.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
We are back here with Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. Dwight Strachan along with Don Sargent on this Tuesday morning. We're talking about what's in the news, getting a lot of your text messages. Let's get to those. This person says, I'm not anti-churches, but what's the difference between the clubs and churches, people? Don't people sing and dance in both? Huh? What now? Oh. Let's pray for him. Okay, Dwight, I'm shamed as a doctor. I will not call my name, but PMH needs help, like ASAP. People are dying, and it seems, Mr. Wells, those are not taking this seriously. It's hard to watch someone die in your arms, but keep up the good work. Oh, and I know the medical profession, this is, I'm sure, taking a toll on them as well, and we hope that you all are finding outlets to deal with what you're seeing. And, personally, people, right, on a personal level, they've had to deal with issues as well. So this is a rough time for everybody. But I think that's the whole country is going through that. Not just PMH. This one says here, Minister dropped the ball. How can one get the jab when he doesn't have any? I don't want to read the next part of this text. Oh, my God. Anyway, the texter says, Bill Gates should have designated 400,000 vaccines for us first. We should not be paying for tests. They're making money from testing. The PM should resign. Okay, so it's just random statements all in one text. Okay, there you go. Thank you very much. This one says here, Dwight, these bickering Israelites does amuse me. When the hotels were closed and there was no money coming in, they bellyached and complained. And now that the hotels are open, they're still complaining. As we knew that would happen. You're listening to these callers and your reaction is me at work every day. Insert crying emoji. Yes, sometimes I do the skull one as well. This country is in a state, is in the state it's in because of illogical people. It's crazy. Another.
I mean, it is. You have to. Well, I think it was a texter. I don't know, it was a caller who actually said the same thing. The reason why the hotels are open is because they're bringing in money, and you're correct that people did make no noise when the government, the whole situation with the borders. I also disagree when they opened the borders. I felt like it was too soon because right after we opened it, I think the numbers skyrocketed when we closed them again, inevitably. And then we had the whole situation with our numbers was too high in the United States, closed their borders to us temporarily. And then
did they?
Well, we'll not say closed their borders, but they put us on that list from the CDC. Yes.
To
say that don't travel to the Bahamas.
Advisories, right. Mm-hmm.
Yes. And then, of course, eventually the Minister of Tourism. The reason why
the numbers went down. The numbers went down, so naturally.
Yeah. And
if we were smart, we would have done the same. We would have, right? And we should do that now, as Florida numbers are
a tourist destination, and majority of this country's income comes from tourists coming into the country.
Mm-hmm.
So it puts us in an especially precarious situation. It is very frustrating.
You can still issue an advisory, tell people, hey, Florida
you're right.
is...
But the part about it that's complicated, well, I'm going to say complicated. Part about it that I don't see anybody saying is like you have to also understand the United States has a far greater number of vaccinated persons than we do in the Bahamas. And also if persons are vaccinated from the United States, they can also put that on their health visa and come into the Bahamas far easier than persons who aren't vaccinated in terms of getting a test. So it's, I don't know what to say. And someone is saying that the situation with the government doesn't have enough jabs or citizen vaccines for persons to take. That's also a serious issue. That's been slowing down our entire process. But I asked last time, if this country had 500,000 available vaccines, one of Moderna, there's Moderna, Pfizer, AstraZeneca, Johnson & Johnson. If we had, let's say, unlimited supply, would we get over 35% of Bahamians actually taking them? I'd argue no. But I could be wrong. But I'm very curious. What do you think, Dwight?
There'd be a lot of vaccines sitting around. A lot. A whole heck of a lot. I don't know if it would be 30%, but it would be a lot. We'd be donating.
You think we passed 35% vaccination?
I'm not sure. I know it wouldn't be over 50. But and we'd be donating to other countries.
Yep.
But that's very unfortunate. But
I have to agree with you on that.
As people say, perhaps the education campaign has been lacking at some aspects that it hasn't covered. There's still time once we get the vaccines in, but there's a lot more to be done to get the information out there. There are people who you will never be able to convince, but there are people on the fence, a lot of people on the fence, and they're bombarded with all kinds of crazy stories every day, and they don't know what to do. They don't know what to do, and I don't know if we're doing enough to reach them. We're just classifying them as being all kinds of condescending words, right? And but there needs to be done to reach them. And it's going to take many different ways to reach them. But everybody just says, well, they're stupid, and that's what they get when they get sick. And it's very sad. But hey, got a lot more calls. Let's take these really quickly. Good morning, caller. You're on the air.
Yeah, good morning, Dwight.
Hi, good morning.
Yeah, I really wonder, a lot of your callers been calling this morning, but I wonder if you should do a little test and see, you can ask them if they took the vaccine, because you might have a lot of them who are calling in who are opposed to it. Maybe that's something you'll have a feel of who's calling in and who is for and who is opposed, Then based on the situation with the getting the vaccination or not.
Well, we know that a lot of the callers are opposed. We know that already, a lot of them.
Yeah, because, they're calling in and they know that if you take the vaccine, all it does is it limits the effects of the COVID situation. And if you do that, then you'll have less hospitalization. That's what Bahamians must understand. But the risk now, without taking the vaccine, the percentage goes higher for hospitalization. And that's why if you take the vaccine, in most cases, you wouldn't have to be hospitalized. That's what Bahamians must understand. So that's my take on that.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.
No, he's right, right?
Sure.
Statistics have shown that while the vaccine doesn't prevent you from getting the coronavirus, it does drastically reduce hospitalization numbers in populations with high numbers of persons that are indeed vaccinated. And again, I don't agree with the statements that our Prime Minister or Joe Biden said, where they said essentially that the pandemic is for persons who are unvaccinated. But the persons who are typically, especially in the United States, who are seeing these high numbers of casualties as a result of the virus, are overwhelmingly persons who are unvaccinated. And it's overwhelmingly areas in the United States where there's a lot of vaccine skepticism. Yeah. And shockingly to me, I've seen Republicans, because all their constituents fall into this, I've been speaking out against it and telling people, go ahead and go get vaccinated. I've been seeing Fox News take up the position to encourage Americans to get vaccinated. But that's the context of a country that has the resources to vaccinate most of the citizens. We don't. I have no idea what our relationship is, or if we're negotiating for anything to get some extra teams here. But whatever. I think if we had the numbers, though, Dwight, like I said earlier, if we had the amount of jobs in the country to even vaccinate 70% of the population, I think we would struggle. We'd struggle to break 35%. It goes back to something a texter and a caller said earlier, that we need to do more with the information campaign of just informing payments. Don't necessarily preach to people, but just inform them. Have an active campaign where you tell people the risks of not getting vaccinated, tell people the risks or the possible side effects they can have of getting vaccinated, tell them to consult with their doctor, tell persons that with the situation in the hospital, what you can expect and look forward to if you do contract the coronavirus and you're not vaccinated. It shouldn't be surprises where you see things on Facebook of what the situation is in the hospital, which is unsurprising because if you've been to the hospital, it's been that way for quite some time since this pandemic started.
But
not new.
The challenge, though, Don, is that is happening, right? Not as frequently as you may be seeing political ads on social media, but it is happening. But people are all being skeptical, this person's paid to say this. Oh, they're part of the problem. This person, there's always some conspiracy discounting.
Well, if that's the case, I'm not surprised if you say that, but I think the government shouldn't relent up on that anyway. Keep doing it. But another thing we have to look at as citizens is how is it that we could look at ads from the PLP and the F&M, and depending on your political biases, you can say and agree with. You believe these things
Right.
wholesale when I see the comment section.
Yes.
But you're skeptical. You know what?
When it's a health issue, right? It's amazing.
I already know the answer to that.
It's
whatever.
Your family members. These are your friends. You went to school with them. You know them. You know them as decent people, but you're not believing anything they're saying. It's very strange. We're going to have more of this after the news. Stay with us. This is Morning Blend on Guardian Radio.
And I'll share with you. If you just believe, it'll all come true. So true, baby. Won't you take my hand and we'll go laughing merrily?
This is Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.
It's Tuesday, July 27th, 2021, and you're listening to the Guardian News Network Morning Report. Hello, everyone. I'm Charlotte Ferguson. Thanks for tuning in. Topping the news. Pushback against government's latest COVID restrictions from the church, some business owners, and even politicians. Bahamas Christian Council President Bishop Delton Fernandez told the Nassau Guardian yesterday he feels they're back to trying to explain that they cannot dictate terms of operation to religious institutions. The latest amendment to the emergency order restricts church services to only 1 hour and only at 33% capacity. Fernandez says they intend to ask government to rethink that.
In regard to the 1 hour, I thought we dealt with this the last time the orders came out, and so we'll have to deal with it again, that the state cannot dictate worship. And so we will engage again. What was done the first time was that portion was taken out, and here we go again, that it's added in. And so we will have conversations to see how we can correct this as we did in the past.
Funeral services in churches are again banned and limits on graveside services resume. Fernandez renewed concern that it only further burdens grieving families. With weddings allowed to continue indoor and fewer restrictions on other businesses, Fernandez has joined those questioning the medical rationale for deciding which activities will face restrictions.
It cannot be any rationale if it's only for the church. If there is some kind of medical rationale, it must be so that I can't spend an hour in the bank, I can't spend an hour in the food store, I can't spend an hour in my workplace. But in worship, it's the only place that COVID lives for an hour. So I think it has always been seen as something that is a stretch towards the church. And so we're going to have that conversation again with the state.
Well, he's not alone in asking government to reconsider some of those latest restrictions. PLP Chairman Fred Mitchell yesterday called on authorities to repeal that law which banned persons from political campaigning. In an initial statement yesterday morning, Mitchell insisted the party's campaign protocols would not change, notwithstanding the new law, which he said is not reasonably justifiable in a democratic society. He did warn those considering that form of social disobedience that they could face fines for campaigning unvaccinated. But last evening, PLP leader Philip Davis issued revised guidelines for party members, saying as they examine avenues for legal recourse, candidates and their teams must follow the law and cannot campaign if unvaccinated. Like the church, Davis also complained that the competent authority permits many activities which pose a much greater risk to the transmission of COVID. Still, he reminded his members the new rule does not extinguish their right to free speech, so they are free to converse with Bahamians about any topics they wish, including the economic and health crises. This morning, Mitchell made clear the PLP supports the vaccine, but opposes coercion of the unvaccinated using threats of fines and penalties.
We are encouraging all people to get vaccinated, must be vaccinated. I think that's the best way to protect against the question of whether you do or not. It's personal choice, and we don't believe that coercion is the way to go with this. And so the emergency orders seem aimed at stopping campaigning, and it reflects an unpopular government's fear that they can't win in a fair fight. So that needs to be considered. And we'll continue to have conversations in our communities with Bahamians concerned about the economic and health crisis. Shouldn't stop talking, but this thing of trying to force people, The way to do so is public education, not by coercion, and that's the issue.
The new law creates a new challenge for persons like PLP candidate for Freetown attorney Wayne Monroe, who has said he will not take an experimental vaccine. But Mitchell insisted for most PLP members, campaigning will be much the same.
We have said that all the protocols must be observed, and this includes the mask wearing, the washing of the hands, so physical distancing. For example, I was out last night. The team with me is vaccinated, and our protocols will always be don't come into people's homes. We stand at the door. Keeping the distance. So there's no change as such, except that we've warned people that now a vaccine is a legal requirement to campaign, and people have to be aware of that and conform with that reality.
But a candidate like Wayne Monroe would not be able to go door to door.
That's a matter of law again, and he's a lawyer. We've given the advice, and we expect that all party members will follow that advice. The government itself is making it an issue. We've just had an election in St. Lucia. St. Lucia's under the same conditions. We had one in Trinidad last year, St. Kitts, Turks and Caicos. So there's no Bermuda. All of those took place within the last year, so there's no difficulty as such. The difficulty is being brought upon us by a government that's simply incompetent. That's the issue.
Well, in an exhaustive effort, the National Guardian yesterday sought to uncover whether politicians are practicing what they preach in terms of encouraging Bahamians to get vaccinated. The newspaper confirmed that of the 32 candidates for the two major political parties, 27 said that they are fully vaccinated, 2 said they are not vaccinated, 1 admitted he was partially vaccinated, and 2 declined to comment. You can read more on that story in this morning's National Guardian. Well, tightened restrictions for spas on New Providence and Grand Bahama aren't sitting well with business owners who were finally beginning to rebound after a rough year and a half. Bethany McDermott reports.
Spa owners on New Providence are slamming new COVID-19 restrictions as unfair and discriminatory. As COVID-19 cases soar, Health Minister Renwood Wells announced on Friday that spas will not be permitted to operate, including for massages, waxing, threading, and facials. Owners say they were baffled by the announcement and question if there was data to prove spas contributed to the latest wave of COVID-19 infections.
No, personally, I think it's a slap in the face because we have been operating with the highest standards of safety. We have done everything, even beyond what they require of us.
Done so much to keep things going. Last year, we were closed for a complete 4 months. And then when we had the weekend curfew that affected us, it's just endless.
The restrictions took effect today. Skin Solutions Day Spa and Salon owner Natilla Saunders said the short notice as the industry is still trying to rebound.
The core of my business is skincare. And so, because I can't, as a local spa operator, cannot offer facials, that's going to have a serious impact on my bottom line.
Spas at hotels on New Providence and Grand Bahama were not impacted by the latest rounds of restrictions, leaving business owners questioning what message the government is sending.
Locals can take a PCR test, go to the hotels, and have facials and massages done. So my question is, what separates us as local spa operators from the hotel?
I don't think that spas should be allowed to operate in the hotel, and local spas are to be closed. If you say that I am going to be closed or I should be closed, then what you're saying to the public is that spas are infectious.
Reporting for the Guardian News Network, I'm Bethany McDermott.
Stay with us, there's more news after the break.
Summer is here, and Shell presents a summer of fun. Win $30,000 in prizes when you spend $20 in fuel at any Shell location, now through September 10th. Experience incredible hotel stays in the Family Islands and Nassau. Win thousands of dollars in fuel, groceries, and electronic devices. Fuel up today and submit your receipts by WhatsApp, email, and Facebook. Follow us on Facebook for more chances to win with Shell. Terms and conditions apply.
Better say, Lumpkin, you ever hear about the Fountain of Youth? I say, of course, but you not been there, right? How you know? He said, nah, man. Listen, I got the tile version of the Fountain of Youth for your house. It's called the Luton Poiler Gloss Ceramic. It's 24 by 24, it's white with gray raining. This tile can make your house look 20 years younger. Not only that, say you only want to do a little room, say like a foyer or a 10 by 10. You could buy enough tiles for that for only $239 before what? At Pinder Tile.
Enjoy an elevated mobile experience with BTC giving you
unlimited talk for the best conversations, unlimited data for all your online fun,
and unlimited roaming to stay connected while overseas.
For just $50 per line.
Unlock unlimited mobile talk, data, and roaming when you sign up for BTC Superfast Fiber Internet with speed starting at 100 megabits per second. Enjoy more great savings and value. Upgrade or sign up today. Visit any BTC store or btcbahamas.com. Conditions apply.
When does a simple meal become exceptional? You guessed it, when it's made the Fresh Market way. We're talking exquisite cuts of fresh meat, succulent fresh seafood options, the best in fresh produce, and who can forget our exotic spices and herbs? Come on, get ready to shake up your taste buds and let our aisles inspire your inner food genius. Homemade salted caramel ice cream, egg noodle stir fry, time to walk and roll. Slow smoked beef ribs, oh baby! Remember, go fresh and craft delicious with Fresh Market.
Your big day coming, what you want?
I know, but you ain't too far behind, eh? Anyhow, I want you to give me washing machine.
Washing machine? What you want washing machine for?
Well, since Junior working on the island now and 3 people got to use your car, I figure we could wash right here.
You got line, eh?
Not yet.
And if you wash here, what we can talk about?
That's true.
If you wash here, how we can catch capsaicin?
That's true, eh?
And if you ain't got no line, how we post to drying if you wash here?
That's true.
Okay, so what you want Junior get you again?
$1,600 worth of tokens. That's how much the washing machine costs.
Now you're talking, and I'll reserve the car for every Saturday.
Gone for that. So what you want for your big day?
Half of them token.
My Lord.
Summer wash. We washes you, cleans you, presses you 24/7.
Introducing the new slices and sticks from Little Caesars, an unexpected combination. 4 slices of pepperoni pizza, 8 Italian cheese sticks, and 1 crazy sauce, only for $9. Didn't expect that one, right? Grab the new slices and sticks at Little Caesars Oaksfield, Carmichael Road, or East Street South in the Pineapple Plaza. That's 4 slices of pepperoni pizza, 8 Italian cheese sticks, and 1 crazy sauce, all for only $9, and only at Little Caesars.
Pizza.
Welcome back. Construction on the new U.S. Embassy in Nassau has come to a halt after one or more suspected cases of COVID-19 were discovered among private contractors at that site. Embassy Public Affairs Officer Daniel DeRozzo said work was temporarily suspended as a precaution and that of the individuals who tested positive for COVID, none had yet been vaccinated against the virus. He said this Thursday and Friday, the U.S. State Department will be vaccinating workers at that construction site, planning for which he claimed was underway before this outbreak. 192,397 names are now on the voter register, according to the Parliamentary Registration Department, which saw a jump in registration last week amid talks of a snap election. However, as Jasmine Brown tells us, just a few voters were trickling into registration sites yesterday.
It was a far cry from the chaos of long lines and even longer waiting times 1 week ago when scores of residents flocked to voter registration sites across the island as talk of a snap election loomed. According to the latest numbers released by the Parliamentary Registration Department, more than 192,300 people are registered to vote. On Monday, those waiting in line like Stacey McCartney said they had nothing to complain about.
Process looks like it's going okay.
The rush to register last week came after Progressive Liberal Party leader Philip Brave Davis urged new voters to register, and House of Assembly Speaker Holster Dr. Heward Minnis would have dissolved Parliament last week Tuesday. Fast forward to a week later, and many other registration sites are empty with not a single person waiting to be registered. When asked how he felt about a possible early election in the midst of a third wave of COVID-19 infections, Bishop Dion Mott insisted the show must go on.
This is very unprecedented. We've never been here before in terms of this COVID-19 pandemic. But elections is important for the growth and the country moving forward. You have to have elections. We have to be more, careful and very concerned and considerate with others. It's a health concerned, and so we should take the precautions.
The Ministry of Health reported 133 new cases on Monday. Given the rapid rise in cases, Jacqueline Williams says she thinks a snap election may not be a good idea, but she insists she is ready to cast her vote.
I am not sure that that will be the best decision. Based on the country as it relates to the pandemic, the numbers, there are some factors that should be taken into consideration. Presently, the serving government has a particular time frame in that office. At this time, that time is coming to a close for the present sitting government, and it is in the best interest of the country for there to be a general election.
Meantime, the ongoing speculation about an early election is still prompting some to register sooner rather than later.
Just hearing about it, and that election could be called any minute. I don't want to get caught up in the last minute, so I said, let me just try to get it out the way now, so I could be ahead of the process.
Reporting for Guardian News Network, I'm Jasmine Brown.
That's going to do it for local news. Stay with us. 18 News is next.
At Apex Award Signs and Engraving, the name says it all. The country's trusted name for trophies, plaques, corporate seals, rubber stamps, badges, bumper stickers, traffic and street signs, keychains, t-shirts, interior signs, restaurant menus, and so much more. Apex Award Signs and Engraving, number 128 Mount Royal Avenue in Wilton Street. Open 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, and 9 to 1 on Saturdays. Visit the website at apexawardsbahamas.com. Apex Award Signs and Engraving, number 1 in the Bahamas.
Everything is changing, and your favorite hardware and home improvement store is getting with the program. We Buy You Sell is rolling out its new online shop, WBUSBahamas.com. It's a quick and easy 3-step process. Step 1, browse the gallery and select your item. Step 2, add to cart. And Step 3, check out. Go to our website, WBUSBahamas.com, to shop with us today.
Brother Major jump off the boat onto Porterski and make a beeline to Sun Isles. Tell Miss Wallace them, I need a battery for this, a battery for that, and a battery for this. You got them? She say, man, you joking? I'll put a battery in you too. Major say, you mean you can still energize this old bunny? She say, man, we'll give you one good overhaul service, lubricate your 21 joules, then jumpstart your lithium battery. Man, you'll be good as new. Major say, well, I didn't know you could do all of that. She say, well, of course I can, because that's the kind of me I am.
Sun Isles Watch and Clock, number 112 Montrose Avenue. Watch and clock sales and repairs for over 40 years.
When I had got prostate cancer, my family didn't know if I was going to live. At Cancer Treatment Centers of America, within days, I got an appointment. They presented me with treatment options, and we set up a robotic prostatectomy. When my scans came back, there are no signs of cancer. They don't see you as a number, they see you as a part of the family. I'm going on with my life. It's a real gift.
Call us at Cancer Treatment Centers of America.
At Master Technicians, we have what your family traditions need, starting with industry-best refrigerators, ranges, and ovens. We also carry Whirlpool washer and dryers, dishwashers and freezers, leading KitchenAid countertop appliances, blenders, microwaves, juicers, kettles, and KitchenAid stand mixers. We even do free delivery in New Providence or to the boat of your choice. Whether you're doing the laundry, creating new memories in the kitchen, or spending family time in front of the television, Master Technicians Limited, keeping family traditions alive for more than 50 years.
Tired of banks forcing you to use technology to bank the way they want you to? Your convenience is important. Commonwealth Bank's friendly staff are always available in branch for that personal one-on-one service. But when you choose technology, our online and mobile banking app offers you state-of-the-art functionality. The choice is yours. Commonwealth Bank. Bank the way you want.
If you're a business owner, get ready because the digital transformation is here. As a business owner, you now face the choice between innovation and extinction, but you don't have to get left behind. Join the click with Cable Bahamas Business Solutions and transform your office to get the competitive advantage. With innovative solutions like our fixed and mobile services, hosted PBX, Bahamas Cloud, and more, you can redefine your business. For more information on how you can join the click, contact the experts at Business Solutions at cablebahamas.com.
This traffic report is brought to you by
Welcome back to Morning Blend here on Guardian Radio 96.9. We are streaming live on GuardianTalkRadio.com. You can also listen to us on your Guardian Radio app for smart devices and on your televisions on Cable Bahamas Channel 969 or BTC Flow Channel 612. And tweet us at MorningBlend969 or Facebook.com/MorningBlend969. Text us 422-4797. Another check of your weather for today brought to you by Bahamas First Insurance. We've got weak mid to upper level troughing along with streaming moisture that will continue to support shower activity over the islands. Meanwhile, high pressure ridging will generate gentle to moderate winds. Boaters should be alert for water spout activity. Beachgoers in the southeast Bahamas should exercise caution along East Coast beaches, and everybody's being advised to remain hydrated and limit outdoor activities as we're expecting another day with triple-digit heat indices. For today, for the northwest and central Bahamas, look for partly sunny, hot, and humid conditions with a few isolated showers and the chance of isolated thunderstorms, becoming fair and warm with the chance of passing showers tonight. For the southeast Bahamas, partly sunny, hot, hazy, and a bit breezy with the chance of a few isolated showers or thunderstorms, becoming fair and breezy at night. Smallcraft caution in effect. Temperature-wise, look for highs getting up to around 91 Fahrenheit, 33 Celsius. Overnight lows tonight getting down to 75 Fahrenheit, 24 Celsius. In your extended outlook, weak high pressure will remain across the islands while the surface trough is expected to move across the southeastern islands through Thursday. So for tomorrow, Wednesday, partly sunny, hot, and humid with a few isolated showers or thunderstorms, becoming fair and warm at night with a chance of showers. Thursday, partly sunny, hot, and humid with a few isolated showers or thunderstorms, becoming fair and warm at night with a chance of showers. In the tropics, we're still watching that low-pressure system that we've been telling you about for a few days now off the southeastern coast of the United States. It's now moving onshore, just north of the border between Georgia and Florida. Shower and thunderstorm activity associated with the low remains disorganized, and development of the system is unlikely as the low moves just inland over Georgia, over the coast of Georgia by tonight. The system has a low chance, just about 10% chance of any tropical cyclone formation through the next 5 days. That's your morning blessed insurance. What's first for you comes first for us. And time for another check of your traffic for this morning, brought to you by RBC Royal Bank. In your real-time traffic, just the usual hot spots this morning. Mile Butler Highway, heavy traffic as you get closer to the roundabout with Tonic-Williams-Darling Highway. That's northbound lanes mainly, and Tonic-Williams-Darling Highway backs up a bit. Westbound to that roundabout and exiting that roundabout, heading westbound towards JFK Drive. Gladstone Road also busy northbound to JFK Drive, especially the closer you get to JFK this morning. Eastbound on Carmichael is looking busier as you head towards Blue Hill Road, and north of Soldier Road on Blue Hill Road, you have that usual traffic there. In the northbound lanes as you head towards the roundabout with Independence Drive. Carmichael westbound seeing some building traffic as well towards Coral Harbor Road. And then just pockets at some of the major intersections along places like Prince Charles Drive or Robinson Road, especially Robinson and Old Trail and Robinson East-West Highway, and northbound on Marathon. But elsewhere, not looking so bad this morning. That's your real-time traffic and your Morning Blend traffic alert brought to you by RBC Royal Bank, banking reimagined.
It was the first of May, a lovely day when you came into my life. The timing was right. There's one thing
We're back here with Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. Dwight Strachan with Don Sargent. Have you noticed what we've been doing this morning? Anybody? Yeah? T-Connection songs all morning. Hope you've noticed. Hope you've enjoyed it. Actually, kind of want to just play T-Connection for the rest of the show. Can we do that? Yeah? Oh, we have good guests. We have wonderful guests again. Stay tuned. Morning Blend Business. This is amazing. Comfort Suites Paradise Island celebrating its 30th anniversary, and they are giving away prizes on the show this morning. Trivia questions. You could win some amazing gifts, dinner, stays. Someone's going to get to stay. I think do we have 2 of those? So this is going to be great. So stay tuned for that. That's coming up at 9. And coming up in a few minutes, we're talking with BTVI about their alumni awards nominations and that process. So a lot to get to this morning. But Don and I are talking about what's in the news. Callers on the line. We've got a lot of great text messages. We'll get to those in a bit. But let's take these calls if they're still there. And you can call in 323 6232 325 4316 325 4259. Tweet us, Facebook us, text us 422-4796. Good morning, caller. You are on the air.
Hi, good morning, Dwight and Dawn. How y'all doing?
Hi, good morning.
Good morning, how y'all doing?
Hi, we're doing well.
Excellent, and good morning to the nation. Dwight, I took the liberty just to write out what I wanted to say so I could go by more swiftly. But I have 2 points I'd like to make on the discussion so far, all right? We're having great challenges with tourism, healthcare, education, culture, unemployment, poverty, crime, and the list goes on, right? And it's going to continue to get worse, right? Based on the fact that the government is performing very poorly and it does not have a strategic plan in order to guide us through. When you look at the number one way as it relates to the vaccine, the number one way the vaccine protects the country is by having at least 70% of its population fully inoculated to protect its citizens and visitors from severe illness and death, right? However, as much as the Minister of Health and the Prime Minister blames Bahamians for the spread of COVID-19, and as high as vaccine hesitation is in the Bahamas, even under these circumstances, they are unable to provide the level of vaccine or inoculation, even up to a 20% level, in order to protect the Bahamian people, right? On the backdrop of this failure by the government, very low levels of vaccine protection of Bahamian citizens and residents, the Health Minister and the Prime Minister are still medically and ethically negligent and irresponsible, permitting visitors to enter the Bahamas, not knowing if they're bringing the Delta strain or more of the Alpha strain to the country, right? When you and this is my point too. When you look at the fact that no COVID-19 vaccine can protect anyone from the severe impact or death of the Delta strain, and the protection against this strain of COVID-19 is also lessened with AstraZeneca, Pfizer, Johnson & Johnson, or whatever the case may be. The Bahamas government continues to fail in this fight and continues to fail the Bahamian people and the citizens in this ongoing fight against COVID-19. We are in serious trouble, and the Bahamas government does not have an answer. Finally, Dwight, when I listened to the press conference, I think it was Friday when I listened to the Minister of Health, he had a statement that he continued to repeat throughout the entire press conference, which tells us they have no answers, they have no solutions, and they don't know when they are going to be able to get any vaccines or any resolution as it relates to lack of beds, as it relates to lack of critical care beds, et cetera, not only to treat COVID-19, but other health concerns in the country. He continues to say that we are looking at. That was his favorite statement. He must have repeated that at least 10 to 15 times throughout that entire press conference. We are in serious trouble and we need this government. Thank you for the opportunity.
Okay. Thank you very much. All right. We'll get to that call in a second. Let me read some of these messages quickly before we move on. This one says, Dwight, would you inject something into your body that has a chance of creating blood clots or enlarging your heart, or something that might give you other side effects that you may not know for years? Many of us are unwilling to take that risk. Hey, I think we're doing that with many things. Many other things that we think are harmless, but hey, if you believe that it could prevent you from getting sick and dying, you might be willing to take the risk, and many of us have taken the risk. Another one, we all need to stop living in fear. 99% media to influence our thoughts. We are literally in fear of the word cases. The fact is that we will have to live with COVID, so let's do the things that we need to do to facilitate that. In my view, this is about control, not vaccines or anything else. Our freedoms are being taken away. In a generation or less, the norm will be going inside before 7 p.m. All right, so what do you...
Remember when this conversation was about the healthcare system, Dwight? What about overloading it?
Yep.
I guess no one gives a crap anymore, right?
Well, not no one, but this texter might not. I don't understand. And this is,
I've
again,
heard
to
a lot
be
of
having...
persons echo the same thing that texter
Yeah.
has to say. I guess we just got to live with it. Let the bodies pile up, right?
But that's what I want to know. What are you suggesting? What, just forget everything? No vaccines, no nothing, just do whatever?
Let them die.
Should we wash hands? Does that matter?
I feel like this is a moment from which I can't remember which Rocky movie it was, where the where the black, what is it, Apollo? I think he got punched out from the Russian guy, and the Russian guy, they put the microphone in his mouth. Literally just said, "If he dies, he dies." I feel like that pretty much represents what that texter is saying. But hey, if that's how you feel, it is what it is, man.
Wow. This text here, I have a solution for the church and spas, become a food store. They're talking about somebody who was in the press talking about the impact on staff and operations, but I ain't never seen one of them stores closed yet from the pandemic began. Well, okay. This person says here, I heard a caller say that there is no proof of COVID being transmitted through church attendance or events. I personally know of a church in Nassau where several people contacted COVID after attending church. 2 of the people died, and 1 is still hospitalized. The church event 2 weeks ago resulted in some 40 people contacting COVID after attending. Easy way to prove what? Tell us how many front office hotel workers and taxi drivers have caught COVID. Hey, I don't know if you folks realize it, but in every single sector in the entire country, somebody got COVID. It's everywhere. Right? Everywhere. Are we still talking like this? Everywhere. Everywhere. All right. Another one here. What you and Don fail to realize is that these COVID restrictions are wholly and solely based on the advice of medical professionals, said sarcastically. Okay. Now this one here. Don and Dwight, how effective is free testing for COVID in the Bahamas when the USA has free testing? What is their infection rate? Out of the roof and out of control. The bottom line is our self-control to do our best to comply with the protocols.
Here's the problem with that assertion, right? And this is why I hate talking about this dumb topic. The United States is a giant country, right? They have multiple states. The responses of different states have varied from state to state. The populations from state to states vary. The infection rate from state to state vary. Even county to county varies massively. And you find in areas in the United States where they have not had very active vaccination campaigns, so there's lots of skepticism. There are more bodies on the floor. You don't believe me? Check the numbers don't lie. Check the stats about it, right? Why are we still having this stupid conversation? like that's like saying that the situation in Exuma is the same as the situation in New Providence. There's more people that live here. We're more tightly packed together. Same thing with the situation with Freeport and Abaco, right? Can we apply some logic to this, man? Like, I get that people are skeptical, right? I get that people are upset about the situation with the government, but do not try to draw false equivalency to these type of situations. Like, there's so much to criticize coming up with ridiculous arguments. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Do I agree with everything the government's doing? Absolutely not. It is actually rather unfair the way they handle this situation. I don't agree. I think there's a better way to do this. I think there should be more consultation. And the texter that said something about this is on purely advice of medical professionals. On face value, that doesn't sound like a bad thing. But I think when you're making economic decisions such as this, you should have some consultation with the public. So that I can't agree on. And though the government says from time to time that they make these decisions based on data, it doesn't always. They don't explain, which then leads to speculation. Like you've said so many times on your show, Dwight, when you leave things to speculation, any number of insane theories or whatever can come about, and you can't say that they're wrong because the government ain't saying anything about it.
Yeah.
So my advice to this administration is stop shooting yourself in the foot. Explain. Even if the prime minister's office said it and somebody else has to come in a press conference and explain it to people, just do that. But do not leave it open to interpretation, because the most insane of ideas will come forward and represent what people think the government's trying to do.
And people are looking for any old nonsense to say that's a sign, right? Oh, you see where the Minister of Health is standing compared to where that person is, and they're 2 feet or 2 steps behind.
When
that
the
means
Prime Minister allegedly, supposedly got his vaccine. People were saying that they didn't really put a vaccine in his arm, or that was a thing full of a syringe full of air or a syringe full of water, and it's just all sorts of things I heard. And I was like, you want to kill the man if it's full of air? I think he's a medical doctor. He should know that that's going to kill somebody. But anyway, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Like, there's been a lot. And I think the government has to, this administration and any government of the Bahamas has to tackle speculation head on by confronting it with facts.
Absolutely.
Stating and talking to the people.
All right, running out of time here. Let me just read these very quickly. We'll get to that call in a second. This one says, how many A words we have in this country? Oh, boy. You want to have the testing free to know you have COVID, but not the vaccine free so that you can potentially save your life? Why are we stuck on stupid? Well, I don't think they were saying that the vaccine shouldn't be free. They're just questioning why the vaccine is free and the testing isn't. And people have been asking that question for a long time. This person says, I'm not sure if your callers attend church, but only the person that's talking or singing has their mask off. Once they're done, their mask's placed back on. Well, I mean, you can't really say that definitively unless you've been to every single church on the island. But so we hope, right? So we hope. Let's take this call really quickly. We got to go. Good morning, call. You're on the air.
Good morning, Tucci.
Good morning.
All right. You know, we seem to believe that the church, the people in the church are saying, remember, Christ had to run them out of the church, telling them where, you know, this these churches of prosperity. It's who they are. You know, and don't talk about the Catholic Church. You know.
What restrain now? We're restrained.
No, come on now. So, I'm telling you. You know, society. The church is a part of society. The history of the church. When you look at the history of the church, is like the proletariat.
Well, what does that have to do with this? I mean, they're complaining.
Pardon? That has to do. Well, you have early in the news you talk about the church, right? And
yeah, but they feel that they feel like they're the rules that are applying to them that don't apply to other people. So they have concerns.
But the church ain't no different from the doctor, the lawyer, the millionaire, the billionaire. They ain't see we in the society, the civil society. These people are the middle class. That's who they are. The doctors, the lawyers. These people ain't no rich people. They high middle class people. Even the teacher is the middle class, and these people continue to exploit the working class. You see, and look at this situation now with the testing. All they can say, oh, we need testing, we need this, we need that. Whatever the government is following advice from medical professionals all over the world, and you know they're not trying to write no book. You understand me? And our issue today, like it is all over the world, is the people not taking the vaccine. And another issue we have that we don't have the vaccine, and we know where it is. The first world nation, they hoard the vaccine and they use it over us. You understand me? For geopolitical reasons. So some of them, so we need to go and protest them. You see, and not be so duplicitous. You see, look at the government is these guys are this is silly season. What does it mean? This is silly season. That means the word is coming out of your mouth as an opposition leader can't be trusted either. You know.
Okay. All right. That's every single toe is crushed. There you go. Okay, let's take a break. When we come back, we'll talk about some happy things. BTVI celebrate their alumni. We'll tell you how you can be part of that. That's coming up. This is Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9.
Let me know now. I'll get to you somehow. There's one thing that I want you to know. You get the best of my love. Baby.
You invest in your children, your home, and your community. But are you investing in your financial future? At CFAO, we specialize in investment management, retirement planning, mutual funds, and private wealth management. Our team of experts never stops helping you plan for tomorrow. Because tomorrow begins today. Call us at 502-7010 to see what our financial advisors can do for you. CFAO, growing wealth for future generations.
Stay a step ahead of technology with certainty and support from Custom Computers. Our know-how team is here to help you zero in on your next big tech purchase, finding solutions that take your productivity to the next level using only the best and most reliable brands. With stores in Palmdale, West Bay, and Old Fort Bay, and free delivery to businesses, there's no stopping you from 396-1100. Find trust in your tech. Count on Custom Computers.
It's so summer with Esso, and that's why we're giving away thousands of dollars in fuel, food, and other fun prizes every week. Simply fuel up at $25 or more. Enter using your receipt, and you could be a winner this summer with Esso. Terms and conditions apply. Visit bettergasmileage.com/It's So Summer or our Facebook page for details. Promotion ends August 29th, 2021. It's fun! Food, fuel, and other great prizes every week. The Esso brand is a trademark of ExxonMobil Corporation and is used under license.
RBC Royal Bank introduces our new Saturday banking services on Saturday, July 17th at Cable Beach, Carmichael, and Prince Charles, operating 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. New services will focus on helping clients with advice-oriented needs and getting them more comfortable with RBC digital banking. Cash will only be available through our ATMs and accepted for deposits via our ATMs or non-stop depository services. If you have questions, call our advice center at 356-8500. Reimagine Saturday services with RBC.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
We are back here with Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. Dwight Strachan along with Don Sargent on this Tuesday morning. Changing gears now, BTVI, they have their Distinguished Alumni Awards coming up. And here to talk about this, very pleased to welcome back Vice President of Fund Development, Alicia Thompson. And we have BTVI 2020 Distinguished Alumni Award winner, Racine Bethel. Great to have you with us. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you. Happy to be here.
Good morning. Happy to be here as well.
Thank you. All right, so Alicia Thompson, wish you could have been in the studio. I haven't seen you in a while, but let's talk about this. This is, how long have you been doing this, rewarding your alumni in this way?
I'm so glad that you asked. Actually, last year was the very first time that we had an alumni award recognition ceremony, and it was as a part of the RBC Race for the Kids initiative. And so I just wanted to say good morning and thank you to LaSonia Mizik, who's the managing director and head of personal banking at RBC Royal Bank Bahamas Limited, because last year they made it happen for us. At that time, we recognized alumni in 3 main categories. So there were the Scholar Practitioner Awards. Those are the alum who, of course, attended BTVI, and then they came back. There were the Emerging Leader Awards, like Ms. Rasheen, the alumna who is with me this morning, and they are persons who would have shown how well they were able to do either in private businesses of their own or even in their own pursuits in their particular trade areas. And then there was the General Distinguished Alumni Award category. So in total, we recognized a total of 16 persons last year. And we are so proud of our alumni. Last year also during that ceremony, we boasted because BTVI is in the unique position whereby our Minister Lloyd, is an alum of BTVI.
Oh, yeah?
Our chairman, Mr. Kevin Baston, is an alum of BTVI. Okay. And so these persons can now help to direct the evolution of BTVI. We also recognized another person who most may find unlikely, and that was the first spouse, Mrs. Patricia Minnis. Wow. She is an alumna. She did a plumbing program here.
Oh, really? Okay. Wow. What did Jeff Lloyd do?
Jeff Lloyd did carpentry, believe it or not.
Really? Okay. And the chairman, Kevin Baston, what did he do?
He did engineering, science, surveying, and technical drawing.
Okay, that one makes sense. All right, excellent stuff. So, Racine, tell us about your journey at BTVI and what it was like to be an award winner last year.
Well, my journey started out like most persons who possibly would have entered into the doors of BTVI. I was a single mother at the time. And just looking to switch careers. I was in the cosmetology field and I wanted to expand my horizon. And for me, when I walked, it was effortless. From the administration process to accepting my letter within the same day. I tell people, I said God's favor probably was just on me, but I'm sure most of the students at BTVI can share the same sentiments. Customer service, excellent. From there, I completed my administrative assistant course here at BTVI. And then from there, it just went uphill. With that certification, I was able to now use that, or I am able to now use that in my current career field as the vice principal of Mount Carmel Preparatory Academy. I started out as the guidance counselor. So I was able to use a lot of my administrative skills to get my job done. I was also featured as one of their BTVI Spotlight students when I was a guidance counselor. And then I became their distinguished alumni, and I am so very proud. That was actually a huge surprise for me. I did not expect it. Wow. And I was truly grateful. That evening was phenomenal. We were at the Island House. I saw some of my former classmates, met some former students like Mr. Jeff Lloyd and other persons that were there. And it was just an honor to be in the midst of them. And for me to be here right now speaking on behalf of the alumni is an honor. And I encourage everyone that is listening, if you know someone that has worked hard, if you know someone that has pushed and strived and did well at BTVI, listen, nominate them and support them. I know that these are some trying times, and even when it was my turn, my friends support me. The tickets, listen, don't worry about the number. You are there to support someone that has put blood, sweat, and tears into their craft. And we are asking that you nominate someone that you feel is worthy of this honor, because listen, it is life-changing. Wow. It is life-changing. I probably have my students, I've already sent this everywhere on Facebook, on WhatsApp. I have my students watching. So if God can do it for me through BTVI, going from a student to being honored, and I was actually an adjunct lecturer there at the school, he can definitely do it for you.
Wow, that's amazing. All right, so Alicia Thompson, tell us about how you go about nominating somebody, and are there any special requirements that you need to meet if you're going to be nominated to win these awards?
Okay, wonderful. So as you've already heard, we're planning our second distinguished ceremony. It is going to take place, so the winners will be announced in late September. Now they're going to be announced in a ceremony that's going to be a precursor to another event, which we are not at liberty to discuss at this point.
Oh, wow.
But it's here today because nominations have not been coming in as quickly as we would like to see them, we know that everybody knows someone who graduated from BTVI. And so how do you do that? We want you today. If you're sitting in your car, if you're at your desk, no matter what you're doing, stop for a minute and think about that person on whom you know you can depend. That person for you may be your welder. It may be your mechanic. It may be your plumber. May be your carpenter. It may be an office assistant or an office manager. That person whom you know always delivers for you. And ask the question, did you attend BTVI? More importantly, there are persons who may have attended it when we went by the name ITC or even the technical. And so find out, first of all, whether they are an alum. And then we invite you to nominate them. You can do so by visiting our website at www.btvi.edu.bs. That's www.btvi.edu.bs. There is a tab on the front page. Click on the Alumni Awards tab, and it will take you then to an announcement that we have. Just below that announcement, there is a link to the actual application. It is a very simple application. All you need to fill out is the contact information for the nominee, and then you will tell us in 500 words or less why this person is deserving. And so we ask the question, do you know or are you a BTVI alum who has distinguished yourself through outstanding service to your community and or your chosen trade area? Are you a leader who boasts of outstanding professional and personal successes? Then you may be one of our awardees for this year. Now, you would have heard of the names, some of the names that we call, and people tend to think, okay, well, I have to have achieved a great feat in order to be recognized. No. We have some very ordinary alum who have accomplished extraordinary feats. And so we are asking you to nominate them today. Nominate them today. If you're having a challenge or if you are unable to access our webpage, give us a call at 502-6321 or 502-6323, and we will get you on the right track. And so last year, we recognized persons who are in New Providence and Grand Bahama. We know that there are BTVI alum who are throughout the Commonwealth of the Bahamas and throughout the world. We do not want anyone to be left out, and so we've cast a broad net, and we want you to nominate today.
Oh, wow. So can you nominate yourself?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Yes.
Because you said it. Are you a distinguished? You're right. So obviously, yeah. You're suggesting that you can.
We were thinking that, okay, maybe we did not have self-nominations, but we rethought that.
Mm-hmm.
We rethought that, and listen, because the truth is there are so many persons out there. Every day we go out, and someone says to us, I went to BTVI. I went to BTVI.
Yeah.
So truthfully, unless some persons identify themselves, we may never know.
That's right.
But we know that we have excellent alum. And yes, please send the nominations in. We'd like to receive them.
All right, the deadline is approaching.
The deadline is approaching. The deadline is next Friday, August the 6th.
Okay, so
that's next Friday, because this call actually opened from July the 1st. And so we have extended it. Originally, it was going to end on the 30th, at the end of July. However, we've extended it one more week.
Yeah.
1 week, because we know that there are persons whom we have not yet heard from.
That's right. All right. So are you looking for 16 people again this year, or what numbers are we looking at this year to know?
Well, now we do know that under the current pandemic, which persists, the format of the actual ceremony will have to change. And so we are now speaking about a hybridized format whereby there will be a limited number of persons, of course, in person, and there can be any number of persons. To answer that question, based on the nominations, the submissions that we receive, once we go through them, then we will determine exactly how many persons will be awarded this year. But a committee will sit and will review, deliberate on the all of those that are received, and then a decision will be made. So at this time, we've not yet determined how many persons will be recognized.
Okay. All right. So we're seeing one more time making an appeal to folks out there so they could be like you and be named a distinguished alumni awardee. Say something to inspire people to beat this deadline and get some names in there.
Listen, I have one thing to say, and I'm going to steal a slogan from Alive. And, they call their competitors the other guys. Listen, if you are BTVI strong, listen, you know that the other guys cannot compare. Like Ms. Thompson said, at least everyone has touched, in the technical area, has touched BTVI's doors once in their life. You may not have completed, and those that have not completed their courses, I encourage you to complete it because it is worth it. The lecturers that are there are awesome. And listen, if you are BTVI strong, if you are a supporter of BTVI, support those that are doing well. Nominate yourself, nominate a loved one. It may be your mom, it may be your dad, your cousins, your friend, your co-worker that is working so hard or works so hard to get that degree, to get that certification. Nominate them. One thing, don't worry about the other guys. We're strong.
Okay.
Dwight, and if I may, I know time is running out, but please permit me to quickly call to those who won last year. Shakira Forbes, Shakara Ambrister, Michael Smith, Warren Berry, Moses Taylor, Rasheen Bethel, Dr. Bernadette Burrows, better known as Bunny from Beauty Rama, Mr. Timothy Dames, Tim's Refrigeration, Ricky Castleberry, Kevin Evans, a designer, extraordinaire, Ryan Bethel, Touch Control, Erica McIntosh, and Mark Russell out of Grand Bahama. We are so proud of you. And listen, please, persons, nominate. We want to add to this list of distinguished alumni.
Oh, that is wonderful. Congratulations to all those folks. And we look forward to meeting some of the awardees this year. And keep us posted on this. This is very exciting. Again, Racine Bethel, thank you so much. Congratulations to you again. And Alicia Thompson, always a pleasure. Thank you very, very much.
Be back.
Okay, wonderful stuff. We're going to take a break. Don, thanks so much. I know you have to run. We'll take a break and be back with Morning Blend Business. As we said, Comfort Suites is celebrating their 30th anniversary. We've got prizes, great prizes. You can win a multi-night stay and dinner. We're going to be giving away prizes if you answer the trivia question. So stay tuned for that. It's coming up. We'll be back.
Enjoy an elevated mobile experience with BTC, giving you
unlimited talk for the best conversations, unlimited data for all your online fun,
and unlimited roaming to stay connected while overseas.
For just $50 per line.
Unlock unlimited mobile talk, data, and roaming when you sign up for BTC Superfast Fiber Internet with speed starting at 100 megabits per second. Enjoy more great savings and value. Upgrade or sign up today. Visit any BTC store or btcbahamas.com. Conditions apply.
Travel less, but vacation more by indulging yourself and your family with the ultimate staycation getaway at Atlantis. Sleep in, relax, play, go Elastic Staycation in your very own paradise just over the bridge. For reservations, call 363-6483 or visit Atlantis Local on Facebook for details.
Tired of banks forcing you to use technology to bank the way they want you to? Your convenience is important. So no matter what your banking needs, Commonwealth Bank's friendly staff are always available in branch for that personal one-on-one service. But when you choose technology, our online and mobile banking app offers you state-of-the-art functionality. The choice is yours. Commonwealth Bank. Bank the way you want.
The Water and Sewage Corporation advises customers and residents of Claridge Road that the corporation will commence improvement works beginning Wednesday, July 21st, 2021 to August 6, 2021 from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. daily. Customers should note that there may be some interruption in water supply during the works, and the motoring public should note that there may be some traffic diversions around the work area. The corporation apologizes for any inconvenience caused as they work to improve their level of service.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.
This is the Guardian News Network update on the hour. Hello, everyone. I'm Charlene Ferguson. Frustrated with again being targeted for COVID restrictions, Bahamas Christian Council President Bishop Delton Fernandez says they will ask government to remove that 1-hour restriction on church services. He told the Nassau Guardian the state cannot dictate to the church. They failed to see the medical rationale behind limiting operations of church services, as though COVID cannot spread in banks, offices, and food stores during their many hours of operation. Well, Progressive Liberal Party leader Philip Davis says they are examining legal options for challenging government's new ban on unvaccinated campaign workers. But in the meantime, he has advised his party supporters to follow the law and not campaign unless they are vaccinated. That will be a challenge for the PLP's Freetown candidate, Attorney Wayne Monroe, who says the new law seems vague, but that he still does not plan to take the vaccine.
I don't know what political campaigning means. It's not defined in the amendment or the initial order. So I'll have to see, because I don't intend to take an experimental vaccine now or in the near future.
And an outbreak of COVID-19 has temporarily halted construction on the new U.S. Embassy building at Shirley Street. Daniel Durazo said it was a precaution after one or more unvaccinated workers for private contractors at the site tested positive for the virus. This Thursday and Friday, the U.S. State Department will be vaccinating workers against COVID at that construction site. That's what's making headlines at this hour. Stay with us. AP Update is next.
Beulah gal, can you believe this? We are now the patrol queens of the neighborhood. We now large and in charge. So we need to check out what's going on in everybody's yard. What about that gun that we know that Junior and his homeboys just ran out? Can we report that too? Of course we can. But we could be in deep trouble if they find out. We need to report what we see, Beulah. When you call Crime Stoppers, they just answer your call in Miami. So then we can report everything? Guns, where they hiding the drugs, who shoot who part of which gang, or who disturbing the peace with the loud music and the motorcycles. Then our neighborhood will be the best in the Bahamas, and everybody gonna want to come live here. And then our house price will go up, gal. So what we waiting on?
Let us all pitch in and stop the crime before it's your time. Call 328-8477 from Nassau or 242-300-8477 from the Family Islands. Or text us through the Crack Crime Bahamas app. Stop the crime before it's your time.
I'm Rita Foley with an AP News Minute. A group of Republican lawmakers plans to hold a news conference today about those arrested after the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol building. The Republican lawmakers are calling them prisoners. Meanwhile, a new congressional panel will begin its investigation into what happened that day, hearing from law enforcement officers who were punched, kicked, crushed, and sprayed with chemical irritants as they battled the rioters. Here's our Tim McGuire.
Since the attack, Republican congressional leaders have downplayed the violent insurrection. An independent commission was blocked in the Senate, and House GOP leader Kevin McCarthy calls the Select Committee a sham after House rejected his naming two Trump allies to the panel. He then withdrew 3 other Republicans and accuses the Democrats of stacking the deck. Tim McGuire, Washington.
House Speaker Pelosi has since added 2 Republicans to the panel. I'm Rita Foley.
This is Guardian Radio,
Your station for up-to-the-minute news, intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversation. 96.9 FM. The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the position of the management and staff of Guardian Network.
Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day.
Good morning and welcome to Morning Blend Business on this Tuesday, July 27th, 2021. Welcome back to our Morning Blend listeners. Today, the anniversary of Comfort Suites Paradise Island. We have a lot of exciting things planned. We're going to get some history about the resort and what the future looks like. But we're also going to be giving away some prizes as well. So pay attention and stay tuned. You could potentially win some fabulous prizes. We're going to get into that in just a bit, but we want to welcome our guests. Director of Sales, Yasmin Mills-Strawn. We have Director of Revenue, Leslie Taylor, and Senior Sales Manager, Lakeisha Benaby. Ladies, great to have you with us. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
And happy anniversary. Happy anniversary. Great to be celebrating with you all on this milestone occasion.
It is. Thank you.
All right. So as you said, we've got prizes to give away and quite a few. So we'll get to that shortly. But if you were there 30 years ago, but give us a bit of the background, the history of Comfort Suites Paradise Island.
So Comfort Suites was opened on July 21st, 1991. We've been managed and owned and operated by the same persons since its inception.
Wow.
We're proud to say that we're an all Bahamian managed property currently today, and our guests enjoy the same benefits that they enjoyed 30 years ago, which is free access to Atlantis, a free daily breakfast, and of course, all the now modern amenities, your complimentary Wi-Fi, in-room safe, and business center usage.
And it's amazing that it's been so consistent in the Bahamas, in Nassau, Paradise Island, and in the hotel industry in general.
Yes, we pride ourselves in longevity and ensuring that our local residents know that we are the hotel for them from beginning to end.
Yeah. All right. So what do you think it is that, besides what you mentioned, that sets Comfort Suites apart from other offerings out there?
Well, we're the hidden gem. And now we are out there. We are known to be the hotel for the Bahamians, managed by the Bahamians. So we pride ourselves in, having our unique relationship with the Atlantis. You stay here, you play there. And then we also have so many free amenities to offer. It includes the kids stay, play, eat free. You play there at Atlantis and you stay here at Comfort Suites. We have the free a la carte breakfast, free stay, free parking. So we just want the Bahamians to know that we are the Bahamian hotel for you.
Wow. All right, so tell us about the property, the amenities, what you offer. For those who might not be familiar with it, as you say, you were a hidden gem. We're hearing a lot more about Comfort Suites, but definitely tell us about what one can expect there.
Well, we want to tell you quickly about our sizzling summer sale that we currently have going on. It's now until August 31st. So you have the rest of the summer, your coworkers, and just come on over and enjoy all of the amenities here. Like I mentioned, it's the free access to Atlantis, water parks, beaches, pools. It's the free daily hot a la carte breakfast, the free Wi-Fi, the free parking. The kids, they play and eat for any kids that are under the age 11 and under. The rate is $128 plus taxes and fees. So that brings you a little bit under the 200 mark for a double occupancy. So it really is a hidden gem. It really is a beautiful staycation for our locals.
And all of your rooms are suites, is that right?
That's correct. We all have junior suites.
Wow. And what does that entail? What do you get in the junior suite?
That includes your sleeping area, and then we have a divider that divides the sleeping room from the living area, which has your desk, your pull-out sofa, your view. So it's a sleeping area, and then there's a living area.
I like what you said earlier about you play there at Atlantis, but you stay here. What is it like being in the shadow of that very big, well-known resort? What is that like?
It's amazing. You know, a lot of our new guests, when they come here, they realize that they do have the complimentary access at Atlantis. And, you know, they go there, they spend the day there. We call it the cruise ship on land. And then they come back over here and relax and enjoy our swim-up pool area, a more comforting, quiet zone here at Comfort Suites.
Yeah, no, that's very, very peaceful. All right, so now we've got a lot of these, so we need to start giving some of these away. We've got, is this right? Four giveaway. We've got 2 dinner gift certificates, and this is amazing. The value is $150, so that is going to be quite a meal. And then we've got two stays, two night stays for 2 in a junior suite. So these are fantastic gifts, and it's valid for a year. So this is great. All right. So how are we going to do this? Which one are we going to do first? I've left it up to you all to decide the trivia for how we're going to distribute these wonderful gifts. Let's begin with the dinner gift certificate. How about that?
Okay. So what we're going to do is give away the first 2 nights, stay 3 days, 2 nights, stay at Comfort Suites Paradise Island.
Sure, we'll start with the bag then.
Sorry?
We'll start off with the bag. Okay, go on. That's great.
So the question is, Bahamas, list 4 hotel amenities of Comfort Suites Paradise Island. So if you were listening and your S was locked and loaded, the answer was already given. So give us a call. The question is, list 4 hotel amenities of Comfort Suites Paradise Island.
All right, call in 323-6232, or try the other numbers, 325-4316, 325-4259, and you got to call. You can text it or tweet it or Facebook this one, but call in and list the 4. And let's see if our callers, the lines are lit up. Let's see this here. If this caller has the 4. Okay, caller, good morning. You're on Morning Blend Business.
Hi, good morning.
Hi.
And good morning to you, Jeff.
Hi, everybody can hear, right? Yep, okay. So you've got the 4?
Okay, yeah. Okay. Eat. They stay. The kids eat free. They stay free. They play free, and you also have an a la carte breakfast.
Okay, are we counting that? Is that good enough?
Yes, it is. We will give it to that caller.
Yeah, okay. All right. Congratulations. That is amazing. Again, you've got a 2-night stay. Wow. For 2 in the junior suite. Okay. So stay on the line. We need to get your number, your name, and we'll call you back to tell you when you can pick up your prize. But thank you very much. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's wonderful. That is wonderful stuff. Look at that. Boy, that was you made her day. You made her day. That's beautiful stuff. All right. So again, more sale. How's that been received so far, and how long are the specials running on for?
The Sizzling Summer Sale is hot, hot, hot. It is the #1 resort hotel friendly sale going on right now. The sale is currently on and it will end August 31st. So you still have the entire summer to get the kids ready, your family, your friends, co-workers, anniversaries, birthdays, whatever it is that you want to celebrate. Come on down to Comfort Suites Paradise Island and we're waiting on you.
Yeah. Okay. How many people? What's the occupancy level? Like, how many people can take part in this with one room?
So there's a maximum of 4 persons per room.
Okay. Excellent. Now we got to ask about this. Is that elephant in the corner. Everybody's talking about that C word, COVID. In order to take part in this, what are the requirements?
All right. To go along with the free amenities that we have, we are offering our guests who are not fully vaccinated as yet the free rapid antigen test credit. So we require our guests to get it. It cannot be no older than 5 days. And once you take the test and it's negative, upon check-in, we will give you up to $60 credit back towards your final bill. So let's say it's 2 adults, you get back $30 towards your final bill, and it's up to 4 persons, so you get back $60. So it's basically $15 per person.
Wow. You get a clean bill of health and you get your...
Right. And then for those who are fully vaccinated, they won't be able to get the credit, but we are happy to let them know that's less things to worry about. But they're free to come in, just provide proof of vaccination, and we will be glad to check them on in.
Hey, that's beautiful. What's been the response to that? I mean, it sounds a pretty good deal there. What's been the response to it?
It's been pretty good. I think persons are used now to getting the swabs, the nasal swabs. So persons are receptive to the requirements in order to check into the hotel.
Yeah. Wonderful stuff. All right. Before we take a break, you want to do the first of the dinner gift certificates?
Sure, if we can.
Okay. All right. And again, this is valued at $150 at Crusoe's Restaurant. Tell us about Crusoe's Restaurant before we give away the dinner gift certificate.
Okay, so as we get ready to give away our first dinner certificate, I want to tell you a little bit about Crusoe's Restaurant, which is essentially our hidden gem that we want to reveal. Crusoe's is open daily for lunch and dinner to the general public. And like Lakeisha mentioned, the same property requirements, either being fully vaccinated or having a negative rapid antigen test to enter the property, is required to dine at Crusoe's. It's located poolside here at Comfort Suites Paradise Island, so we offer indoor and outdoor dining. In celebration of our 30th anniversary, we have fantastic specialty drinks. We have some bartenders that have been with the hotel for 30 years. And we have daily food specials that are $30.30 before VAT and gratuity. So we want to invite the entire Bahamian public to come on out and enjoy Crusoe's.
Okay.
And noting that, our second trivia question would be, what year was Comfort Suites Paradise Island open?
Okay. Hey, if you're listening, you know the answer to that one. Give us a call, 323-6232, 325-4259. Tweet us, Facebook us. Oh, no, I can't do that. But yeah, call. All right, let's see if our caller here has the answer to the question. Good morning, caller. Do you have the answer to the question?
Morning, yes. Is it 1991?
That is correct.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. You got dinner for 2. Well, it doesn't say, hey, it's $150 worth. So it could be. How many people can they bring? Is it 2?
2.
Yep. Okay. All right. So, yeah, it's going to be great. All right. Stay on the line, and we'll get your name and your number. Thank you so much. Congratulations. Okay. All right. This is great stuff. We need to take a break. When we come back, a lot more with the ladies from Comfort Suites Paradise Island celebrating its 30th anniversary. This is Morning Blend Business on this Tuesday morning. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Start to pick on you. Just can't let them tell you what to do. You've only got one life, so live it cool. In this world of strife, you can't be a fool. Let nobody tell you what to do. You gotta be your judge and your jury too. Let nobody tell you what to do. You gotta be your judge and jury.
You invest in your children, your home, and your community. But are you investing in your financial future? At CFAL, we specialize in investment management, retirement planning, mutual funds, and private wealth management. Our team of experts never stops helping you plan for tomorrow. Because tomorrow begins today. Call us at 502-7010 to see what our financial advisors can do for you. CFAL, growing wealth for future generations.
Boy, why you look so mashed up like clothes at the washer?
No, boy, just a hard day, boy.
Hard day? What happened? The breakfast lady ran out of tuna and gritty.
We need to start joking about everything, you know. This serious, boy. This real serious, boy.
Boy, what's serious? Tell me.
All right, well, today, boss gave us, boy, one big contract. And nobody else get a chance and nobody say nothing.
Boy, you know that ain't right. You know government contracts ain't supposed to go that way.
Yeah, but nobody's saying nothing. Boss man just tell people to sign the papers. Then he send me to meet his boy downtown and collect this envelope.
You need to tell somebody. You need to become a whistleblower.
You know I's a real man, but I never blow no whistle. I be drunk all my life and junk.
Whistleblower is someone who tells people what they see when they see something wrong happening at work.
But I ain't no whistleblower and I ain't no snitch. I still white there, you know.
Boy, ain't nobody can know it's you. All you gotta do is call Crime Stoppers, or you could text them from inside the Crack Crime Bahamas app. They don't ask about you, and your call goes straight through to Miami, so nobody know you is. And if you text, your message get mixed up like Kong salad.
Call 328-8477 from Nassau or 242-300-8477 from the Family Islands.
Turn the keys to your own home with CIBC First Caribbean. We'll give you time to relax when you move in by waiving your first 3 monthly mortgage payments and commitment fees. Get up to 95% financing on your mortgage and a pre-approved Visa Gold or Platinum credit card with 5,000 bonus reward points and more. Visit CIBCFCIB.com/realtors-hub to connect with a realtor to make the home search easier. Finance your new home base with CIBC First Caribbean. Terms and conditions apply. Visit CIBCFCIB.com for details.
It's time for your morning business report brought to you by CFAL. Bahamas Power and Light, BPL, customers will see savings over the long term after the completed setup of a $15 million 25-megawatt battery energy storage system at the company's Blue Hills Power Station. That's according to BPL's CEO, Whitney Hasty. Hasty announced this during a day that a contract was signed with energy technology company Wärtsilä for the battery storage system, which will be positioned where BPL once operated temporary Agreco engines to keep New Providence's power grid stable. Now BPL will count on the battery storage units for grid stability, as they will reduce or completely remove the spinning reserve, which is the amount of unused capacity of an engine that is running. The battery storage unit is expected to be completed by July 2022. With the engines running at a higher efficiency, Hasty says customers will eventually notice lower electricity rates as fuel use improves. He added that the engines will also become more environmentally sound, running at greater efficiency levels. Meanwhile, BPL is still awaiting the restart of Parliament in September to ratify legislation that will allow the company to raise more than $530 million on the capital markets. That's according to BPL Chairman Dr. Donovan Moxey, saying that the company hopes to secure the funding before the end of the year. Moxey says BPL has completed all the legislative amendments that the lawyers considered necessary for the rate reduction bond to be legally purposeful and for the company to raise money internationally. Disney Cruise Line announcing that it intends to resume sailing to the Bahamas starting next month after a more than 16-month pause due to the COVID pandemic. Disney Cruise Line, DCL, now follows Royal Caribbean International, which was the first cruise line to resume sailing to the Bahamas from U.S. ports, as well as MSC Cruises and Carnival, which have all announced plans to resume sailing to the Bahamas between July and August. And Bahamas Paradise Cruise Line has finally returned to Grand Bahama after almost a year and a half out of operation because of the COVID pandemic. The ship returned to the port of Palm Beach, quick turnaround back to the Bahamas. An article on this explained that the cruise line got a green light to sail from the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention on Saturday. The CEO of the cruise line telling a Florida news station that the company's first voyage was a success. And the Central Bank of the Bahamas has collected just over $500,000 through its penny redemption exercise. Started out 9 months ago. The 1 cent coin was decommissioned on December 31st. However, residents had until June 30th to redeem the value of the penny by weight. Overseas, the British government saying today it will ease coronavirus quarantine rules for thousands of essential workers, including prison guards, veterinarians, and garbage collectors. This in an attempt to end staff shortages that are hobbling parts of the economy. About 26 million Britons have downloaded a health service phone app that tells them to self-isolate for 10 days if they come into contact with someone who tested positive for COVID-19. With the UK recently recording tens of thousands of virus cases a day, the system has caused disruptive employee absences for restaurants and other businesses and has led to gaps on some supermarket shelves. Starting August 16th, anyone who has been fully vaccinated in Britain will be able to take daily coronavirus tests rather than self-isolating, but many businesses are pushing for the change to happen sooner. Last week, the government said food and transport workers, border staff, police, and firefighters could opt for the daily tests. Now it has expanded the system to include more jobs, including garbage collectors, prison staff, vets, tax collectors, and defense workers. The government says 2,000 sites will be set up to meet the increased demand for tests. In your Market Watch, recapping trading on the BISX from Monday, your market movers, Commonwealth Bank moving 3,000 shares down 9 cents to $2.65. BGR 880378 moving 900 up 3 cents to $100.03. BGR S710237 moving 30, closing down $1.57 to $100.43. Consolidated Water up 5 cents to $2.46. Emira Incorporated up 7 cents to $11.31. The BISX All Share Index closing at 1,956.30, down 11.77. That's your Market Watch. And that is your morning business report brought to you by CFAL, growing wealth for future generations.
Start to pick on you. Just can't let them tell you what to do. You've only got one life, so live it cool. In this world of strife, you can't be a fool. Let nobody tell you what to do. You gotta be your judge and your jury too. Let nobody tell you
And we're back here with Morning Blend Business on Guardian Radio 96.9. Dwight Strachan with you, and we have a special show today. We are talking with Comfort Suites Paradise Island about their 30th anniversary, and we've got more gifts to give away. We'll get to that in a bit, but we are talking with Yasmin Miller-Strachan, the Director of Sales, Leslie Taylor, Director of Revenue, and Lakeisha Benaby, Senior Sales Manager. Want to find out from each one of you just your journey with Comfort Suites, how long you've been there, and what it's been like for you over these years. Who wants to start us off with that?
Well, I've been a part of this great organization for 4.5 years.
I can't see you, so this is who's this speaking? This is
Lakeisha.
Lakeisha, okay, Lakeisha. Mm-hmm. All right,
so I've been a part of the organization for 4.5 years. Mm-hmm. I started as a sales coordinator to a sales manager, and now I sit in the chair as the senior sales manager. So it's been a good journey. You get to meet some wonderful people along the way and build some excellent relationships that can take you beyond the four walls of Comfort Suites. And I'm enjoying the ride.
Yeah. Had you worked in the tourism industry before, or was it always sales? What were you doing before this?
I've always been a part of the hotel industry. Okay. That's all I know. Eat, drink, and sleep in the hotel industry.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. So what do you say to people who, especially over the last year, we've been hearing a lot about that? Oh, we just pay too much attention to tourism. We need to diversify. What do you say to people who talk like that all the time?
Unless you really sit in it, you won't really understand it. But it's a world all by itself, and I believe that you need the hotel industry, especially how it is the number one thing that keeps the economy afloat. So I'm happy that things are starting to turn around with the economy, despite the little surge in cases that we're starting to get again. Mm-hmm. But the hotel industry is back, and it's helping the economy while we can.
Yeah, that's very correct. Okay, Leslie and Yasmin, who wants to go next? Tell us about your journey with Comfort Suites.
Like Lakeisha, this is Yasmin.
Okay, Yasmin. Mm-hmm.
So like Lakeisha, I'm a natural-born hotelier, or I would say professional. Mm-hmm. This September will make 21 years that I've been in the industry.
Wow.
So I've seen a lot of hills and valleys, the ups and downs, your 9/11s, your 2008 recession, and now your COVID-19 pandemic.
My goodness.
This is definitely something that you have to love, that you have to eat, breathe, and sleep, like Lakeisha mentioned. It's definitely not a fleeting thing for most people that I know. Mm-hmm. It's a progressional career, and that's what it's been for me. I started way back in as a part-timer while I went to college, and then I progressed to, I've been in retail, I've been in the front office, I've been in sales for the majority of my time. And when I started here with Comfort Suites, in 2014, I started as a sales manager, the director of sales.
Wow.
So it's definitely a where you want to be type of career.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sounds really like an exciting journey there. And then Leslie, what about you?
Hi, good morning, everyone. Just like Lakeisha and Yasmin, I've been in the hospitality industry for about 14 years. 7 years here at Comfort Suites. I started off in the industry at a DMC, which is a destination management company. So I worked with international corporate clients that wanted to come to the Bahamas as incentives and sales incentives, and then transitioned to Comfort Suites and sales. And now I am director of revenue. So I went from more of a corporate to an internal.
Oh, and I'm sure it's been quite a journey for you as well. What about the staff complement? How many people work there at Comfort Suites Paradise Island?
Currently, we have about 110 employees. Due to the pandemic, There has been a lot of shifts, but our full complement is around 110.
Yeah. How have you been celebrating besides the specials that are going on? What other ways have you been celebrating the anniversary?
We have been providing 30-year memorabilia to our in-house guests. This memorabilia includes, quite COVID relevant items like your hand sanitizers, your facial masks, in a full mixology competition with our bartenders in celebration of the 30th anniversary.
Wow.
This competition drew so much excitement and so much fun for our guests that our 3 bartenders, whenever they're scheduled on, you can actually come to the bar and ask for the drink by name. So if you have Jamal, you want to ask for the Bangalang. If it's Crystal working, you want to ask for the Comfort Suites Gully Wash. And if it's Michael, you want to ask for the Just 30. So these drinks are just some of their specialty crafted items for the 30th anniversary.
Wow. What do you know about the drinks? What can you tell us about them? What's in those? Those sound like something to recreate.
Well, the Bangalang is just what it sounds like. It's a bang. The Bangalang includes a little bit of lemonade, fruit punch, peach snaps, a splash of Amber Gordon's gin.
Wow.
So the Bangalang is a big bang.
Good. Okay,
The
that sounds
Comfort
pretty
Suites
good.
Gully Wash, we know Bahamians love their sky juice. So it's the traditional taste of sky juice with blended coconut flakes and raisins, and it's topped off with ice cream.
Oh,
And then
man.
the Just 30 is a truly refreshing drink. It includes mango rum, mango puree, passion fruit, lemon juice, and freshly squeezed oranges paired with apricot brandy. And it's served frozen or over crushed ice.
Wow. Okay. Those sound amazing, and they're all on at different times. You're saying, so you have to come each time to try each one. Okay. All right. That sounds very good. Wow. And then I think you mentioned before you got Crusoe's restaurant, but you also have Splash and the Part
So
Veranda.
Splash is our swimmer pool bar. And we have 2 bars on property, the Splash swimmer pool bar, as well as our bamboo lobby bar.
Okay.
So Splash is where it's at during the day. It's kind of your pool, chill vibe. If you don't want to spend too much hassle at the parks over at Atlantis, you find those that want a little more quiet time, stay behind at Splash. And our bamboo lobby bar is open in the evening, so it's a more indoor vibe.
Oh, excellent. All right, so I think this is a good time to give away that final dinner gift certificate. What do you think?
Okay.
Yeah? You ready for that? Okay, let's make sure those lines are all clear. So we've got another trivia question for this 323-6232, 325-4316. 325-4259. Let's make sure everything's clear. Okay, so ask the question again now for the dinner gift certificate.
All right, so we're going to keep this question fairly simple. Restaurant quite a few times. So trivia question number 3. What is the name of our on-site restaurant?
All right, that one's pretty easy. Let's see who gets it. Let's go to the phone lines. Good morning, caller. Your Morning Blend Business. Caller, do you have an answer to the trivia question this morning?
Yes, please. It's called Crusoe.
Okay.
That's it. Ding, ding, ding.
There you go. All right, that was easy. So this, you're going to get this wonderful gift certificate, and again, valued at $150. Congratulations, and stay on the line. We'll get your name and your number, and we'll tell you when you can get this. Thank you very much for taking part. All right, so that's wonderful stuff there. All right, so 30 years. I remember when it opened. It feels like it hasn't been that long, but what's next for Comfort Suites Paradise Island?
What's next? I would say that we will be culminating this year, this 30th year, with special awards for our long-term employees. So we'll be celebrating those employees that have been with us for 30 years, most importantly. We'll also be celebrating employees that have been with us for a little less time, for 10, and 20 years. We will be honoring them for their long service, their dedication, their commitment to the hotel. Here we regard our employees as family, and the Comfort Suites family is truly one that works together, sticks together, and makes the best out of everything.
Wow. So you do have employees who've been there for the entire 30-year period?
We do.
Oh,
We
wow.
have been here for 30 years across our food and beverage and our housekeeping teams.
Yeah. Like how many would you say? Can you say?
5.
5. That is pretty amazing. That is
And
amazing.
engineering. We
Yeah.
also have an engineering team member.
That is great stuff. That is great stuff. And beyond this year, what would you all like to see? And what are we looking at maybe over the next 10, 20, 30 years?
Beyond this year, we'd love to see the pandemic subside.
Oh, yes.
We'd love to see travel and tourism to continue to abound. We'd love to see the Comfort Suites brand to be present for another 30 years.
Yes, yes.
We'd love to see the Bahamas continue to be a leader in the Western Hemisphere for hospitality and tourism.
Absolutely. Absolutely. From your mouths to go. What about return guests? What are they? Do you have many who keep coming back year after year? What do they say to you? And what memories do they share?
Based on my experience interacting with our frequent customers and guests that enter our doors, they speak about everybody just being one, being able to return and still see the same faces that you saw last year, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. And like Ms. Strachan spoke about, there are so many persons have been here from the beginning. And it's such a joy when they can interact and they can say, well, when you come to Miami, make sure you come and visit me. And they treat them as if they're one of their own. And just to see how they're happy, they're excited to see the renovations, the changes within the property throughout the period. They the choice members.
Yeah, I'm sure that was what they would experience here at this wonderful resort. It is so well maintained. It's so very, very quaint and attractive. It's beautiful. It's time for us to take another break, but that means when we come back, the final prize, this other big one, the 2-night stay, and this is crazy. Complimentary daily a la carte breakfast and use of exclusive facilities at Atlantis, and you have a year to use this certificate. This is a great gift. So I hope this is going to be a very, very difficult trivia question for this one. Right? All right, we're going to make these listeners work. We're going to make them work. All right, so let's take that break, and then we'll be back. We're celebrating Comfort Suites Paradise Island 30th anniversary right here in Morning Glen Business on Guardian Radio. Stay with us.
You invest in your children, your home, and your community. But are you investing in your financial future? At CFAL, we specialize in investment management, retirement planning, mutual funds, and private wealth management. Our team of experts never stops helping you plan for tomorrow. Because tomorrow begins today. Call us at 502-7010 to see what our financial advisors can do for you. CFAL, growing wealth for future generations.
Turn the keys to your own home with CIBC First Caribbean. We'll give you time to relax when you move in by waiving your first 3 monthly mortgage payments and commitment fees. Get up to 95% financing on your mortgage and a pre-approved Visa Gold or Platinum credit card with 5,000 bonus reward points and more. Visit CIBCFCIB.com/realtors-hub to connect with a realtor to easier. Finance your new home base with CIBC First Caribbean. Terms and conditions apply. Visit CIBCFCIB.com for details.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
And we've got your final look at weather for this morning. We've got a weak mid to upper level trough, along with stream continue to support shower activity over the islands. Meanwhile, high pressure ridging will generate gentle to moderate winds today. Boaters should be alert for water spouts. Beachgoers in the southeast Bahamas should exercise caution along east and south coast beaches. And everybody's being advised to remain hydrated and limit outdoor activity, while we see heat indices in the triple digits once more today. For today, for the northwest and central Bahamas, partly sunny, hot, and humid with a few isolated showers and the chance of isolated thunderstorms. Tonight should be fair and warm with the chance of passing showers. In the southeast Bahamas, partly sunny, hot, hazy, and a bit breezy with the chance of a few isolated showers or thunderstorms, becoming fair and breezy tonight. High temperatures getting up to around 91 Fahrenheit, 33 Celsius. Overnight lows tonight getting down to 75 Fahrenheit, 24 Celsius. Weak high pressure will remain across the islands, while a surface trough is expected to move across the southeastern islands through Thursday. Wednesday, partly sunny, hot, and humid with a chance of isolated showers or thunderstorms. Thursday, partly sunny, hot, and humid with a few isolated showers or thunderstorms, becoming fair and warm at night with a chance of showers. That's your morning blend weather check. And we are back here with Morning Blend Business on Guardian Radio 96.9. Dwight Strachan with you on this Tuesday morning. We're talking with Yasmin Mills Strachan, Leslie Taylor, and Lakeisha Benaby with Comfort Suites. We're the 30th anniversary this year, and we've been having a great time this morning. We're giving away lots of prizes. We have one big one left to go. We're going to let people sweat it out a little bit longer, though. But I want to hear from each one of you your most memorable experience at Comfort Suites to date, in all of your time there. What stands out for you the most?
I would say my most memorable time here at Comfort Suites would have been our Choice Awards. Every year we host like what you would call a Christmas party, but we call it our gala, I should say. Mm. And that is one of my most memorable time of being here at Comfort Suites, where we get to dress up, put on some nice ball gown or nice two-piece suit, and we dance the night away. We have awards for special segments, and we just enjoy each other, socialize with the line staff, the management team, and it's just one big happy family where you don't really get to see that within other organizations, but I can say that I've experienced that here at Comfort Suites Paradise Island.
Wonderful. Wow. Other ladies, what else would you recall? What do you say?
Well, here at Comfort Suites, we truly believe in the community. We give back all the time, and one of our biggest give backs is Unity House. We cater to them, we go with them, we spend time, pray with them, sing with them, just pretty much gather and fellowship. And this is usually done around the Thanksgiving period, but throughout the year, we would give sheets and toiletries and canned goods. And then also our Billamy Lane project, with those have definitely been my most memorable moments when the staff is gathered together to give back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sounds really good. All right, and one more.
And for me, like Lakeisha, the annual Choice Awards is most memorable for me in that Comfort Suites Paradise Island takes deliberate time and effort to celebrate and honor its employees. Annually, we have quarterly staff recognition programs. So we have employees of the quarter, which culminate into that overall Choice Awards winner. And I would say that I'm truly lucky to have been here to celebrate the hotel's 25-year Silver Jubilee, and now 30-year Pearl Anniversary.
Yeah.
So truly a momentous occasion.
Definitely. Wonderful stuff. All right. So remind us, tell us one more time about the Sizzling Summer, what that entails and what people need to know about it.
All right. So the Sizzling Summer Sale, again, is $128 plus taxes and fees, single double occupancy. It's valid now through August 31st. So you still have time. It includes the free access to all Atlantis facilities, including the aquaventure, beaches, pools, free daily hot a la carte breakfast, free parking, which is important, free Wi-Fi. We give the complimentary bottles of water, 2 of those per room per day. Kids stay, play, and eat free. So if you have a kid that's 11 and under, they can either choose to dine from our kids menu, and it's free with each paying adult. And then, just able to access 2 hotels, stay here with Comfort Suites and play over there at Atlantis.
Yeah. Did we talk about this earlier? There's some free nights if you book right. Is that still offered? Tell us about that. A 4th night?
That is still valid.
Yeah.
That is our 4th night free, plus taxes and fees. So once you have 3 paid nights, the 4th night is strictly taxes and fees, no base rate. It's really a steal of a deal. And it also comes along with our food and beverage credit. Mm-hmm. So you can get up to $200 based on your length of stay.
Yeah. And we know people are a little still skittish about traveling abroad. And so a lot of people talk about doing those staycations. This is perfect for that, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We just want to encourage the locals to, try. You won't be disappointed. There's so much to do. There's something for every age bracket, every market segment. So just come on either to Crusoe's Restaurant, Splash Bar, spend a few nights with us, play over at Atlantis. It's just a great deal.
Okay. All right. So I think people are anxious. The phone lines, I don't know what they're lit up for. Everybody's hoping to get in there early. I think we do need to clear them, though, Mr. Producer, so everybody can start before they hear the question, right? So you can clear them so that when they hear the question, they call in. Let's do that. And, let's clear those. And then, ready to do this, to give away our final prize, our 4th prize, the gift certificate for 2-night stay for 2 at a junior suite at Comfort Suites Paradise Island. What's that person already? Let's have that question.
Okay, just before we go to the question, we just want to piggyback off of your question earlier where you spoke about persons who are afraid to still travel, and you encourage them to do the staycation. We just want them to know that we have a commitment to clean process. So we have our general detailed cleaning. So we increase our frequency of cleaning throughout the property, and especially in public areas. We use a specialized disinfectant and we sanitize the area. We encourage the social distancing. We have signage and floor marking throughout the property. We also have hand sanitizing stations throughout the property. And we have our dedicated team members that are throughout the property, making sure that the policies and procedures of Comfort Suites Paradise Island and also the government regulations are being adhered by while on property.
Reassuring. Yes.
Yes.
All right.
So it leads us now to our last and final trivia question. And I hope everyone was listening to Ms. Taylor. So our last question would be, provide the name and the nightly rate of our current promotion.
Okay. All right. Let's go. Let's go to the phone lines. Good morning, caller. Do you have an answer to our question?
Yeah. Good morning.
Hi.
I can't remember the question. Could you repeat it, please?
Oh, boy.
My pleasure. I can do that for you. Provide the name and the nightly rate of our current promotion.
Is it the summer? Oh, my heart is skipping. All kind of beat. The Sizzling Summer special? which is the
That's correct.
128 plus taxes.
There you go. You were so precise. You let us know it's plus taxes and fees. Congratulations.
Well, there you go.
Thank you.
Congratulations. I can tell you are very excited. You're very happy about it. Thank you again. Okay, stay on the line. We're going to get your name and number and tell you how you can pick up your prize. So we made 4 people very, very, very happy this morning.
Yes. Thank you.
All right, so they're all helping to celebrate the 30th anniversary of Comfort Suites Paradise Island. Thank you so much. All right, so ladies, you got the final word in our final minute here about this wonderful milestone 30th anniversary for this wonderful resort. What do you say?
Well, we want everyone to know that they can follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Comfort Suites Local Residents. They can WhatsApp 55 Suite, that's 557-8483, or call us directly at the hotel 363-3180 or 363-3680.
All right. So, again, congratulations to all of you, and congratulations to all of the management there, especially Jermaine Wright, who helped to make this possible. And happy anniversary to Comfort Suites Paradise Island to all of you. Thank you so much for sharing this with us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Again, we've had Yasmin Mills-Strawn, Leslie Taylor, and Lakeisha Beneby. And happy anniversary, Comfort Suites. All right. And congratulations to all of our winners this morning. Thank you so much for your support. We'll be back tomorrow morning with Morning Blend Business and Morning Blend here on Guardian Radio 96.9. Dwight Strachan, have a great day. On the Clock, coming up next.
It's a new day.